Yeah.
You know what, John Beal?
I heard about that. I don't know what.
Google reviews. That's it's definitely a thing. You know, it's like you look up your favorite restaurant, you look up your favorite, guitar shop, whatever, and there's reviews. That talk about, how awesome the place is or whatever.
Sure. I've heard of that.
You guys can do the same with this channel here on YouTube. You can actually leave Google reviews for Johnny Beane TV, for these shows, for this channel, for these videos.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Be nice. Be honest, but be nice.
Let us know. Let us know. The link is in the chat. Or it should be if I spelled that right.
Somewhere there. Reviews? I think it's reviews. I think we did that last week.
Probably.
You could probably type faster than me. Who knows?
Could be. Yeah. But either way, just Google Johnny Beane TV, all one word, and publish a review about these shows.
Definitely.
All right.
That'd be cool.
All right. You ready, man?
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. Subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you.
Subscribe and smash that thumbs up.
Smash that thumb. Smash that subscribe. Publish a review on Google. Johnny Beane TV, all one word.
You can't get this stuff anywhere else. Come on.
They try.
Nobody comes close.
Nope.
A lot of imitators, but there's only one true
John. There's only one John Beal. That's the truth. Hey now.
I'm so bright.
Dudes.
I don't know what to do. Maybe I get some real lighting someday.
Mm-hmm. What are you using? Just like a desk lamp?
Yeah, pretty much. You'd think I'd have a little more. It's all right. We'll deal with it. Damn. But I'm wearing the poof shirt.
Oh, dude.
Shirt, so. Don't forget.
Very special. Very special T-shirt.
Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Michael Anthony. You can see that video on Johnny's channel from years back. Like 3 years.
Couple few. If I can remember, there'll be a card right above John Beal over there of that video.
Yeah, that was a historic night on the Johnny Beane show.
Yep. Yeah, that was cool. You know what else is cool?
Tell me.
Channel membership.
That is cool.
Just imagine becoming a channel member of this channel. Just think of all the things you can do with that.
A channel member of this channel. That sounds really like a wonderful thing.
Just click that join button. I'm trying not to cough. Click that join button below the 13 thumbs ups and become a channel member. Get exclusive content only for you, behind the scenes stuff. Get your name in green in the chat. You get special emojis. You get special shout outs. And the top tier of channel membership are the executive producers. And they are Dave Ennis, Vinyl Freak 5150, Mike Neese, Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and Che Cat, Wayno, False Flag, Sherman Callahan, Andy Carson. Again, thank you so much, Andy Carson. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cough. Thank you, Andy Carson. Oh, crap. I have the crud. So I'm really fighting here. But Andy Carson was awesome enough to donate a prize for the show last night. Right? I got the message here. Andy Carson. Yes. Yeah. John Beal, do you know what we gave away last night? Did you hear?
Man. No, I'm not sure. I watched a little bit of last night's show, but I don't remember if I saw anything that you gave away.
Thank you to Andy Carson. We gave away a mammoth WVH vinyl signed by Wolf Van Halen.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Who won? Did we get a winner?
Yeah. Yeah, the winner was actually Majestic PB and J Cat.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not.
Congratulations.
Well, actually, it was Eduardo. Eduardo won, but then he decided to pass it along because he thought...
Because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So thank you again, Eduardo. Thank you, Andy Carson. And hey, Michael B., Arhabs, Warlag, The Chad, Lawrence Christensen, Lenny Lou and Mary, James Gum, John Moronic, Paul Martin Woods, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, the Captain, Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Jim Roy Hawkins, David Allen Wright, and Steve Carmichael. That's the top tier of channel membership here on Johnny Beane TV, here on YouTube. Click that join button. Become a channel member. Check it out. Check it out. It starts at $1.99 a month. And let's say, I don't know. I'm new here. You know, any super chats will change the color of these lights right back here. It's like a special feature. Right, Ned?
Ned.
Right? We got Ned. Look
Wow.
at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is my guy right here, man.
He is, yeah, man. He's the best.
Look at this.
Ned. Oh, he loves it.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's in heaven.
He's awesome.
Oh.
No.
We love
Thumbs
you,
up.
Ned.
Thumbs up for Ned.
Yeah.
You guys call him Ned Halen. You guys know him as Ned Templeman.
Network.
You guys know him as a lot of different things. But he is our very own Ned. There he is. And look, I look horrible, man.
He's got the stripes and all. I mean, he's definitely rocking it.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
This guy. Look at this guy. Here you go.
Someone's got to make a guitar after Ned's pattern.
Yes.
There you go out there. That's a challenge thrown down.
There you go.
Netocaster or the Ned 5150 or the Ned for teacher. None of that makes any sense. But,
yeah, that's all kind of weird. But you know what isn't weird is that you can actually call or text this program while we are live. You can use WhatsApp. You can just call that number. If you're watching this right now, you can actually just give that number a call and I'll probably answer it because we got nothing else to do. And we'll talk to you. And the number is 415-952-3263. But if you add that number to your WhatsApp, we can be WhatsApp friends. No, it's adorable.
that is
we're live in the Johnny Beane TV Facebook page. We can also leave a review. It says right there. If you're on Facebook, you can actually publish a review. Go to @JohnnyBeane TV on Facebook, and if you'd like to help support over there, we have Facebook Stars, a digital gift that helps in the production of these shows. And speaking of Facebook, we're actually live all over Facebook. We're live in the exclusively Van Halen group, just under 63,000 members. That place is just like insanity. And thank you to our very own John BL. He adds a lot of amazing content to that.
It's been a while
page.
since I found anything interesting, but I'm going to keep at it. So we'll find some other stuff.
It's amazing stuff.
Definitely.
It's amazing stuff. And what else is amazing is EVH Gear Live Facebook page and EVH Gear Live Facebook group. If you play through or play an EVH Gear guitar, well, really, any Van Halen guitar is welcome. But if you're really into the EVH Gear stuff, or just Van Halen guitars in general, you're welcome to post stuff there. And we're live there as well right now, as well as the Johnny Beane TV Facebook group, where we just passed 1,000 members.
Nice.
Which is very, very weird. I made that group not even like thinking, like, oh, I'll put it out there or whatever. And to get 1,000 members in something that you don't even put, that it's just like there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So just thank you, everybody that watches these shows, that supports this channel, supports, you know, all this stuff. It's awesome.
It's really good. It's quality stuff. It always is.
It is. It's quantity.
Every time you tune into the Johnny Beane channel, it's quality, quantity definitely. This month, I think the quantity is overwhelming.
The quantity
and the quality.
There's a lot of
good time over here at the Johnny Beane Network.
There's a lot of quality. There's a lot of quantity.
Look at those green lights, Sherman Callahan. Thank you,
Sherman Callahan. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Look at, what is that? Is that a dog? That's a cat.
That's like a ninja cat or a ninja dog.
Then I think it's a cat. That's Ninja Cat.
Wow.
Ninja Cat. Sherman, thank you so much for Ninja Cat.
Watch out for Ninja Cat. Went to a theater near you.
Very cool.
Or at least a YouTube show. Nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't even talk.
You take the show for a little while.
If anybody's been watching the past few days here, I've got a case of the crud. I don't know how or why, but I spend all my days just sleeping. Past 2 days, I've just slept. Like, not all I do is I sleep, and when I wake up, I go to TikTok.
Yeah.
And I sit there and I'm looking at TikTok until I go to sleep again. Then I wake up, and
Man.
That's literally been my last 2 days, like entirely my last 2 days. I went to the store today to get some soup because I hadn't eaten at all. So I had some soup, and I know we had said last week that we were. That's right, Leo Safko. I know we had talked about doing a cooking show tonight.
We'll get around to that. I don't know if I know Kurt said he had some steaks to grill up or something, but as far as over here, it's been a busy day over here, so I don't really have much to cook tonight, but I'd love to do a cooking show. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think when I'm feeling better, I think that's like hopefully next week.
Yeah.
We'll be better around here, and that's more there'll be more excitement.
We still might have Kurt with some steaks, so I know he mentioned that. We'll see if he can hook that up. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
What'd you have for dinner tonight, Johnny?
I had a bowl of chicken gnocchi soup.
All right, that sounds good.
That's all I had. I woke up this morning. I let the chickens out. I had I've got these tiny yogurts that I eat at Trader Joe's. They have these they're probably like the school yogurts because they're like literally this big. You can put them anywhere. I get those because they make a banana flavor, and the banana flavor. I'm totally into the banana flavor stuff. Like, remember Runts? Remember the banana Runt?
Man,
Candy Chat.
I threw those away.
Those are my favorite, man.
Oh, I had such a strange taste. But banana yogurt, banana cream pie, or like banana bread, that stuff's great.
There you go.
I like that, but I don't know about the banana Runts.
Banana Runts. Yeah, well, I stay away from all hard candy these days.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because of the teeth.
Yeah.
You know, you get to a point where you can't.
We're children of the 80s. We didn't get the proper fillings back then. At least I am. At least I am.
No. Nah. So anyway, yeah. So what? So yeah, I woke up today, let the chickens out, had a banana yogurt, and then went back to bed. Basically, like, was bedridden basically all day, and then
Sorry.
2 hours ago, I decided to get up and take a shower, and then go to the store and get some soup, so I could eat something, and then that's what I did. I made that, had that, and then
Yeah.
And here
Well,
we
you're
are.
looking good. You're looking all right, Johnny. I wouldn't have known that you were feeling a little under the weather, but you look good tonight. So
Thank you. Well, you notice we're zoomed out as far as we can be tonight. Normally, I zoom in a little closer, but what is that? You see that?
I think that was like a specter or something like that.
That was weird.
Entity.
That was strange. But yeah, we're a little zoomed out tonight because I'm not feeling the greatest.
Feeling a little zoomed out. That's all right. We'll try and get you through it.
Right on. And yeah, like I was telling you before we started, I did. Well, I think we've done a show every day here this week, even though haven't been feeling well. And when I do the shows, it takes my mind off the chills and the body aches, and so.
Good.
So no, John Moronic, no Guitar Center today. No,
Well,
that's probably where I got it actually.
Yeah, I've been there, but thankfully not in a long while. So we'll knock on wood. Everything.
Guitar Center?
No, feeling the way you feel. I have. Yeah, it's been a while. So
it's kind of weird, man, because it's been 2 years since I felt like this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know,
it's strange. It's
good
strange,
vibe.
but it's not I don't think it's getting worse. So that's a good thing. It's just kind of out of it, kind of, I don't think it's getting worse, although we'll see.
You'll be fine. Give it a few days. Get your rest.
Can't drive 55. Hopefully that's what it is, and I've got it now. So when I'm at the NAMM show in early June, I won't get whatever is there. Hopefully.
Well, cancel some of the GTA and get your rest. Keep up the Johnny Bean shows, and we'll all be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, speaking of those, man, we've been talking about a lot of stuff this week. I mean, there's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
Just like so much.
With the week in review. We've had the learning of Noel Monk passing, which we can definitely talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The Alex Van Halen and Jason Newsted news.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea that if it was to be done right, it could work, but all the speculation out there, that were they going to do a full tour, or was it just going to be a greatest tribute show, or so we'll see. I don't think anything will come of it, but we might get some more details on it.
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah, I can see some more details coming out at some point, because it's too interesting for it just to be something that's just it was a tiny part of that Florida article,
right? Yeah. Well, what else? So we had that. The Diver Down anniversary, which I actually yesterday yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday, me.
That's right, dude. I gave you a happy birthday shout out on the show last night.
Several viewers, and I got a lot of nice Facebook messages from a lot of viewers, and I saw part of last night's broadcast. Thank you all. Thank you for the birthday wishes. But my point was, my fiance and I took a ride up the coast, and we listened to Women and Children first, and Fair Warning, and then some live stuff. So we had like a whole the ride up the New Hampshire coast, Massachusetts into New Hampshire, It's probably 45 minutes, but it's a nice slow, like, right along the coast ride, which is really nice. So we did that. We had dinner, and I had a great birthday. So thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my parents and everybody who made it a happy birthday. And we won't say how old I am tonight, but Johnny will be there soon. Let's just say that.
30?
Yeah, something like that. Thanks, everyone in the chat. But we're going to move on from the birthday. But like I said, I listened to a lot of Van Halen yesterday, and I didn't listen to Diver Down, ironically, but I listened to the live. So I only went up to 1981, the live show. I listened to the Greensboro 81 live show, so we were listening to that, and
oh yeah, I know that one.
Definitely. So, but yeah, that's the way I want to spend my. That's one of the ways I want to spend my birthdays. Listening to the music that I love. So it's not that often I can just put on the playlist and just get it going. So and, it was fun.
I do a lot of driving, a couple days a week. Not the next couple weeks. I'm not. I'm staying here. So it's I guess it's good that I'm not feeling well now because I'm just like I can just stay here and sleep. I guess it's fine. But I do a lot of driving, and I do listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of different stuff. I've got my iPod. Actually, it's sitting right over here. But the problem is I don't have anything I can plug into it. It's like excuse me, it's like the old connection.
Yeah. Well, actually, I got a Sirius radio mount for my car. My car doesn't do digital radio or anything, so I had like an adapter, and like my fiance got me it's a Sirius module, whatever it is. So I'll be listening to a lot of ad-free radio, which is cool. Won't have to listen to
those annoying ads,
all that. So a lot more
make those shows possible.
Yeah.
Right, Charles Martinez. Hey, on Facebook. On Facebook, loves Diver Down.
Great album.
There you go.
Great album. Yeah. That era, 82, 83, some of the best, right in the middle of it all. That's the Noel Monk book was a lot of stuff happened in those years, We all,
Yeah, we're learning about a lot of that stuff. Because being a not just a casual fan, but being a mega nerd, even back then, there was no internet. There was barely anything. So you really didn't know like a lot of the stuff.
Unless you had all the the industry magazines and stuff, which gave little clips about every little thing.
Like
some of the little things. Yeah, exactly. Where they would have a clip that says Van Halen filmed their, unauthorized video for the US Festival on this date, or the Oakland that Van Halen was, used Westwood One's recording facility to film a show in Oakland or something. Those are some of the clips that I found from some of those magazines, which are really, but it's mundane to anybody who, who's just reading it casually back in 1981 or something. But looking back, that stuff's gold,
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah. So that was back. I guess back to your point, that was like the internet of the day. You had the industry magazines where you'd get a little blurb about things, and then
you would have radio. You would have, right before they would play a song, a radio DJ would say something like a blurb about, this happened, or it'll give you some stat on something,
coming in August or something like that, to the city near you
or whatever,
that kind of thing. But
yeah, but not like today where you have the internet. I mean, you have all these books now. People are all writing books, and so you have just so much. There's just so much more info out there. Like all of a sudden, really.
Yeah,
and it's really a lot to
get waves
process.
Of it. All kind, especially nowadays, and I'm sure with Noel Monk passing, there's going to be, he had an auction with of his estate, and was that part of how you discovered that?
Yeah, that was that was a few days ago. I started getting messages. People started messaging me saying, "Hey, did Noel Monk pass away?" Like questions, like asking,
Right.
And I'm like, huh? And then Mancuda just happened to send me the auction. I don't think he knew about it. He just happened to like, oh, this looks interesting. And he texted
He works
it to me.
at an auction house, doesn't he? I think that's one part of his day job. He works at
I don't know if we talk about that.
Well,
it wasn't me.
He
just had a birthday, so
he was on a television show about auctions.
Oh yeah, he was on a TV show about
he
that.
likes
That's right.
Antiques and that kind of stuff. So I mean,
what was that called? Hollywood Treasure.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, I've watched a couple of those.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah. He knows a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of people.
So he sent me that auction, and I'm looking at it, and it had already kind of happened, and so everything like said sold on it. Actually, since we're talking about this, we can actually go over there if I can find it. How can I even find that? I don't even know.
So was it memorabilia stuff, or just kind of how his own personal collection of random stuff, or?
It's all kinds of it's like a lot of memorabilia that Noel Monk collected. Oh man, what was the site called?
Was it Heritage Auctions or something like that, or that's one of them?
Ninja auction Ninja.
Oh, sure, sounds good to me.
Let me see. Does that go anywhere? Here it is. Yep.
There it is.
Yeah, it was Auction Ninja. And then they're based in are they? No, they have stuff here from everywhere. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe they removed it now. Maybe it's gone because it's already done with. I'm searching his name and I can't find it.
Yeah. Well, you had that guest on, a month or so ago who got to, got to see the collection firsthand.
Steve Emerson. Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the stuff he was talking about, like shows on, videos and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that gets, if I would think that, he probably put something in his will, Noel Monk, that stuff, has to go to the right people or something. But I mean, I hope it doesn't just go to auction and, somebody gets it and just, holds it down.
Somebody's hoarding it.
It's got to go to like Eagle Entertainment, the ones that do the rock videos and stuff like that.
Is that the name of your company?
No, it's Eagle Rock. Yeah, Eagle Rock Entertainment. I think they have.
It has to go to to Poof Videos.
Really, man, that would be the way to go. Yeah, is this Eagle Rock? I don't know. Yeah, this is Eagle
Poof Productions. Have you named your production company yet?
Yeah. I actually had a production company when I did wedding videos and I did some music videos and I did commercials and stuff. It was River Valley Productions because I come from the valley, Merrimack River Valley. So that was fun for a while. I still like to do the video stuff. Man,
yeah,
something about I can't get the video, the lighting done, right in my own, internet video. So it's all blown out and white. But that's what you get for a nice clean shirt. So
yeah.
But anyway, where were we?
Talking about that auction. So I got the auction, and then people kept messaging me asking me if this is true. And then I run that Van Halen group on Facebook, exclusively Van Halen, and you're like I said, you're posting a lot of stuff in there, and I approve every post in there because of the weirdos and because of spamming. There's on Facebook. There's a lot of like bootleg T-shirts trying to be sold, bootleg this, just spam.
Yeah.
So I'll pre-approve certain people in the group, like you're pre-approved, so you can just post whatever you want in there. But most things I have to approve. So people started saying, like, rest in peace, Noel Monk. Like, people started posting that. And I guess like the date, like that morning, not that morning, but what day was this?
I think it was like Tuesday, because I think the news maybe broke late Monday, and Tuesday I was reading some of on Facebook some stuff, and then it was
Tuesday. No, if it was Tuesday, we would have talked about it Tuesday.
Maybe it was Wednesday.
I think this was Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Didn't talk about it. That would have been.
It was Wednesday because we do a Van Halen show on Twitch on Wednesdays, and instead of doing that, I did the show here because nobody watches the show on Twitch. So, not yet. You guys got to watch it. You have to. Yeah, it was Wednesday. So Wednesday we did a show on that, and so it was early Tuesday. Although I didn't see it until that Wednesday. There was a guy that was posting that he actually, I guess, lives in the area, and he went to this estate sale,
right?
And he walked in and just happened to see like pictures and stuff that said Noel Monk on it, and he's like, what? And this guy's a Van Halen nerd, so he knew exactly who that was, and he's like, wait a minute, and he asked them, and it turned out it was his Noel Monk's estate, and they had told this guy that Noel had passed.
Wow.
Like recently. So this guy, excuse me, posts this on the internet. Oh my gosh. And
take a drink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got some tea.
Yeah.
I've got some tea I gotta get. But anyway, so this guy posts this, and then so after, reading something like that, it's like I don't spread rumors, I'm not gonna go live with something if it's like, who knows, So I called over there. I called the auction house, and I talked to one of the ladies there.
You did your homework, like a good reporter should.
Yeah. I called over there, and I said, hey, I'm a Facebook friend of Noel Monk, which is true, but I haven't seen him posting for a long time. He used to tag me and stuff all the time, and I haven't seen anything for a while. I'm like, is it true he passed away? And she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, a while ago, a few months. So yeah, once I heard that, I'm like, okay, well, I'll go live and talk about it, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
A
big part of the history of Van Halen, and a lot of, the history of Noel Monk is obviously, everybody that he worked with, not just Van Halen, but he was a real rock star to himself.
Number of people
60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond,
and today. That's
right. But yeah, it's I thought of the show you guys had a few weeks ago, and some of the stuff that he was talking about. That was it Steve? What was the guy's name?
Emerson.
Yeah.
Steve Emerson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just imagine like a show nobody's ever seen that Noel, has a video of, and he used to take bootleg videos from people shooting concerts. So if he kept that, I doubt if he probably even thought of keeping that stuff, but probably just destroyed it, at that time. But imagine, just that's the kind of stuff that I would love to see. Even
yeah, that's the stuff we want.
Minutes of video, you just like, some bootleggers shooting the first 3 songs and then getting like beat up by Noel's henchmen. That'd be great. Not that anything like that exists, but that's the kind of the Hollywood version. That'd be great.
That's the stuff that we love.
But that's the Noel Monk book. He talks about that. Not only like bootleg T-shirt guys, but bootleg video guys and people, because back then it's not like it is now. We all know, we all got patted down in the 90s and 80s and 90s with going to concerts. You couldn't have any kind of recording device or anything, or any weapons either. So,
wow. Yeah,
people got away with it,
going to concerts. Well, they still do that. I mean, they still pat you down. They still check.
Yeah, but they they're not going to take your
know.
phone, which is the
No.
state of the art recording device.
No, but
in the right hand.
There are shows where they call them phoneless shows, and what they do is they give you a little pouch and they lock your phone in this pouch. You keep it with you, but you can't access it during the show.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah,
I think Jack White does that. I think who else was it? I saw something on Facebook the other day. Somebody else that does that, right, Ned? Where are you? You want to go out? You want do some roll call. We got some people in here. We got 85 people in here, dudes. Wow. You guys rock.
Who's participating tonight? Say hi. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you had for dinner. Tell us what your favorite album is. While I say the roll call,
I'll be right back.
7 over 8, who's lurking out there, and we'll probably see him shortly. All Dave, all night. Boner Jams, hey. Can't Drive 55. Dan in New Jersey. Holly Lewis. Janice Lala. Mike Rogers. Octopus Ears. R2R3. Locking Nut shout out. Robert Ranford. Sean Shreds. Thomas Santiago. Tim Thomas. Let's see who else. There's more people chiming in as we speak. Same people, but that's all right. Leo Safko. Robert Ranford. Who else? Lots of people. A number of people. And let's see. What do we got? Can't Drive 55. Drinking but not driving. Good choice. Holly Lewis. I just watched the Middletown, New York show. Van Halen. Super fantastic concert. The crowd was 5150. Definitely. I think maybe 7 over 8. Jay was at that show, I think. Middletown, New York, if that's the one that was at 93. Jay's talked about that, if that was his first show. Bozique. What's going on, Bozique? Who else? Let's see. Jay's watching the USFL with his dad. Nice. What's the USFL? US Football League? I don't know what that is. I'm not a sports guy, so I'm sure Jay will let us know. What else? Read some of your posts. Jack White blows. Jack White's all right. I don't have any problems with Jack White. Can't Drive 55 says video and audio footage of some guy getting beaten during Eddie's solo. I don't know which show that was. I think it was that one of the more recent tours. I wonder if it was if he was bootlegging something or if it was just like a, remember going to concerts and people just breaking out in fights sometimes, idiots down front. I know Dave stopped a few shows for people acting like idiots out front, fighting over whatever, a girl or fighting over who knows.
That one recently, well, not recently, but the one within the past 12 years.
Yeah, 2012, I think it was. That was New Hampshire during Pretty Woman.
Were you there? Were you causing trouble at that show, John?
I was not there. Man, I guess I've talked about it before. I didn't go to anything since none of the newer shows. 2004. I don't think I had the money for. I was working a lot in 2004, but for some reason, I don't think I wanted to go see it because it was getting so many bad reviews, and that was a rough time for that first reunion with Sammy, or the only reunion with Sammy. And then in 07, I think I was mad because they didn't invite Michael Anthony, and I was just like, you know what, it's at that point I was not as much of a fan as I am now. I'll just say that. I guess there was like a lull in my van. They were always my top favorite band, but I think from like the mid 2000s until like till Different Kind of Truth, I was very you know, not into it as much as, there wasn't. But then, Wolfgang definitely proved himself, and on Different Kind of Truth, and all the videos that came out of that, and certainly all the music, obviously. I was sold, and but by that time I wasn't really going to concerts, so, and everything was on YouTube, so I'm just like, I can see all the shows, and
Oh, so you didn't even go then?
I didn't. The last show I saw was with in 1995.
What?
Yeah.
The last Van Halen show you saw was 1995.
Yeah. And
that's so wow.
that was thanks to my fiance, who I was dating back then, and we're obviously back together. She got me those tickets, and we went to that show at the Worcester Centrum, 95. And then the rest is history. But yeah. So yeah, that's I mean, there's all various reasons why I didn't go to see, 2012, 2015. It's
Van Halen 3?
No Van Halen 3, nope. I saw 3 Van Halen shows. I saw 3. That was it. I saw 91 in Providence. I had tickets, and I have the full unused ticket that I've shown a few times. From Worcester 91. I didn't have my license. I couldn't get a ride at that time. Various reasons I couldn't go to that show. So then 93, I saw them at Great Woods Performing Arts Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts. I mean, obviously, we all know that was a great tour. That was a great show. I don't remember a lot, and I'm sure, it's, at least for me, I don't remember a lot of the Van Halen shows or a lot of concerts that I went to. I think I was always so in the moment, just watching everything, that it was just like that was it. I don't think anything was saved in my memory bank. It was just like,
yeah,
the ultimate of being in the moment of anything, But so I don't remember. I just various little things that where I can remember where we sat. Like I always had pretty good seats. But yeah, and then 95 with my again at the Worcester Centrum. Went with the radio station. The radio station had a big promo, and we went on a bus, so it was like all didn't have to worry about anything. We played Van Halen trivia on the way up there. It was a whole bus full of Van Halen fanatics and radio station.
You can say nerds.
Nerds, and so they did a lot of Van Halen trivia. I won like 6 cassettes on, I think, a couple of CDs on that trip.
You probably won like everything there.
I had to let other people win after a little while.
Do you remember any of the? Hey, Sean Shreds. Hey, dude.
No, I
couldn't. Good to see you, man. Do you remember any of the trivia from that?
No, but it's probably a lot of the stuff. Something about there was a dive or down question that I won. Maybe like who did the original version of Dancing in the Street, something like that. I think that was the original one, or that was one of them. And it was David Bowie and Mick Jagger. That was the original.
No. If that answer won, then
no,
that was their remake. They redid that.
I know.
That was that crazy video of them dancing around.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was Martha and the Vandellas.
Yeah,
that was the original. But so yeah, those are and I don't know what memories do you have of your, like, the little details that you remember from your some of your early Van Halen shows.
I remember every show.
So
I saw them many times.
Were you the one writing down the set list and stuff? Did you write the set list down?
No.
Did you always buy a T-shirt?
Yes. And the first several shows, My first Van Halen show. And hey, Clayton James Hicks. Tomorrow is Gibbs Sunday. Thank you again so much, man. Clayton's always reminded me about Gibbs Sundays.
Nice.
Oh, and it's Easter, apparently.
Happy Easter, everyone. Yeah. Is it we're getting really close to Easter right here.
Wow.
So
thank you again.
Thank you,
man.
Clayton.
Thank you, Clayton. No, I wanted to go see Van Halen on the Monsters of Rock 88, but I was living in Lincoln, Nebraska at the time. I remember seeing the poster. They had a poster at Pickles Records and Tapes in Lincoln. And I remember seeing that and being like, "Oh man, Van Halen," you know. But it was like in Kansas City or something. So it was like a ways away. And like you know, I wasn't driving yet.
Right.
There was none of that. And so I did not get to see that show, although I did see them on 0812 because they did another tour after Monsters. Right. I mean, Monsters really is considered an 0812 tour, but they ended up doing another tour after that, like a 45-day tour, a winter. Right. It was a winter tour. So I remember Sammy being like, "Oh, it's so cold outside," because it was snowing. But in here, we're gonna have a hot summer night, and then they, would go into that, and no, I totally remember sitting there looking at the tour book, not being like, "Wow, I can't believe I'm about to see them," and then I saw them, and I can tell you all kinds of stuff about that show. I could tell you all kinds of stuff about Eddie throwing his cigarettes. He had a. I think he had like a bucket for them, but he would throw them down into the pit in front. So like there's the pit of people, but in between that there's like a pit. There's like security.
The barricade
standing there. A barricade.
The barricade. Yeah.
So I remember him throwing cigarettes down. I remember you could watching them because I had these binoculars, so I was glued the entire time watching.
Were you sitting up in the stand, like, or on the floor? You must have been up.
I was up in the back in the stands. Yeah. Every Van Halen show I was ever at was way in the back until the last two shows that I ever saw in 2015. Mm-hmm. I somehow lucked out and got 10 rows back on one of them on Eddie's side, and then like 15 rows back or something, same thing.
Nice.
And just watching Eddie the entire time, just saying OMG to myself, not believing what I'm seeing. Seeing him play that close up, it's incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I saw 0812, and then what was after that? Carnal Knowledge. I saw them Kansas City. Ended up making the trip to Kansas City for that. And actually that show is on YouTube. I've seen that. And then they were coming back to Omaha, Nebraska in 92. And there was this friend of mine at the time was this radio DJ. His name was John the Animal Terry, Q102 FM in Lincoln, Nebraska. It was like the classic rock station. Nice. And this band called Mr. Big.
Heard of them.
Which is, let me get all my stuff ready. I've got all this. It's crazy, man. The more you do, the more stuff there is, and it's awesome.
Really?
Excuse me. But Paul Gilbert from the band Mr. Big.
That's right.
And then Billy Sheehan, who we've interviewed here. Check it out. There's the link over there.
No, wrong way. Up there.
Yeah. I got to hang out with Mr. Big like the entire day because they came to Lincoln to celebrate this DJ because they had a #1 hit with a song called "To Be With You."
I remember that.
And it was my friend, the DJ, that he's the one that started playing that song. So it was all because of really him. That song became what it was, became a single, like all this stuff. So the band, they come to Lincoln and they're like doing signings in the record store, at the guitar store, and then they did a show at the university. It was like $12. So I remember walking through the university, and the drummer, Pat Torpy, who has since passed away, he goes walking by and he sees me and he's like, "Hey man, you coming to the show tonight?" and I'm like, "Yeah." And I had to go and get a ticket real quick to get in.
Yeah. No, you got some tickets for it?
It was pretty cool. But I remember that day talking to Billy Sheehan, and I remember saying to him, "Hey, Van Halen's coming to town next month. Can you help me? Can you get me backstage?
Wow.
And he's like, nah. He's like, nah, it's a different organization. I can't help you.
Wow.
So, anyway, yeah, so that was 92. I saw them, and then I saw them in 93, like 3 times. They played like 3 shows, like in a row, literally. Shoreline Amphitheater out here in Mountain View, California.
Heard of that.
I saw that. And then 95, I saw them, was it twice? Or 3 times. I saw them I remember we were going to the show in Oakland, and you get there, and there's a sign that says band member sick. So we had to turn around. There was no show. Oakland Arena. And then next thing you know, in the newspaper, there's a story about Edward carrying a loaded gun onto a plane up to Oakland for a show.
Remember that, yeah.
So what happened was he got detained down in, I think it was Burbank or LAX, and so that's why there was no show. But then they did a makeup show, and I remember I was leaving. I worked at this guitar shop back then, and this guy named Alex Skolnick from this band called Testament was teaching lessons. Yep. Alex was teaching lessons in the back room, and I remember telling Alex, hey, I'm going to see Van Halen tonight. And I told him who was opening Slash's Snake Pit or whatever. And he's like, well, hey, tell so-and-so I said hello. The lead singer from Slash's Snake Pit at the time, Alex knew. What was his name? He was the one that sang when Van Halen, when they did that party in his backyard.
Right.
Remember that footage?
Like 06, 05 maybe? Early 2000s?
04.
4 maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was that guy's name? Anyway, I just happened to run into that guy. Like, my luck is like insane, but I just happened to run into this dude. And I remember it was on Mother's Day. Because he's like, after we talked for a little bit, he's like, oh, I gotta go call my mom because it's Mother's Day. So that was Balance tour. So I saw them twice. Balance, no, 3 times. Twice. I saw them Oakland, I saw them San Jose, and I saw them Mountain View.
Wow.
And I remember at the very end of that show, Eddie, he had this headband. He takes it off and he shoots it out into the audience. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that's Balance. And then Van Halen 3, I did not get to see because I was in a band and I was on tour myself in Florida, in Miami. That's when I was living with Desmond Child. So I did not get to see Van Halen on that tour, although I saw the stuff on MTV.
Right.
And actually, Sammy was kind of in the area. He was like opening like a Cabo Wabo. I forget something. Like Sammy was there, and the band that I was in. Okay, here's where my luck ran out. Okay.
This is exclusive stuff. We've never heard.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard this stuff. So what happened was the band ends up breaking up. But we're signed with Desmond Child, and so we all have to sign. I've got the contract somewhere. We had to sign things saying, oh, it's over. Where's the thing? So I do have a contract somewhere that says, I'm, not a member of this band anymore, and Desmond signed it and everything. And so I remember, like, it was like the next day, after I'm sitting in my apartment, playing Nintendo 64, whatever I'm doing. Because I was getting ready to come back here, because since that was over, I was living in Miami, and I ended up moving back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember 2 of the other guys in the band, they like called me, and I think they were kind of like, ha ha, I told you so kind of thing. I remember they were like, hey, guess what? We were hanging out with Sammy Hagar last night. Like Sammy was in town at some sort of party, and we were like partying with Sammy Hagar, and I'm just like, ugh.
Oh no, perfect freeze.
If the band hadn't ended, I'd be hanging out with Sammy, So, so that's where everything went downhill. But and then what? What's that? And then I saw Sammy a couple times. Actually, I met Sammy. I ran into him out here in California several times over the years. A few times after that, where I literally like ran into him, was like talking to him and stuff.
I did see Sammy and Dave a few times solo, so that kind of filled in some of the gaps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what was after that? 2004. I saw them on 2004. I saw them on 2007, 8, a couple times. I saw them on 2012 a couple times, and then 2015 I saw them twice. And those were the two shows where I was like 10 rows back, just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And I had already met Edward before then. I had met Edward in 2014. I was invited to a private party that he was at.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a mutual friend introduce us, so it was awesome, and that was in 2014. And after that, I'm like, he's just a regular dude. He's a regular guy.
I know that guy.
All this stuff, yeah. So after that, everything changed. Like when I saw them, like that next tour and stuff, it was like, yeah, that's Eddie, that's Van Halen, but there was some sort of special connection now, like. You know what I mean? Maybe that sounds weird, but I mean, he's just a regular dude.
I don't know if I've experienced that with a celebrity, but I do. I kind of get what you're saying. Yeah, there's a they're a regular person. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And
with a special ability,
Oh yeah.
Ability.
Oh, that dude, man. That dude's amazing. So anyway, yeah. Those are all my Van Halen shows. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah. Oh, and getting back to your question, yeah, I would buy those first up until Balance. I would buy one of everything they had.
Wow.
On the stands, I would buy one of every T-shirt. I'd buy the tour book. I'd buy the pin, the hat, the handkerchief. I never bought the underwear. They had these women's
right.
Panties on Carnal Knowledge. I think they said spanked on them.
Yeah.
Didn't buy those.
Who would you go to? Did you go to the show with friends, with family? Like, who did you
those early ones would be with my dad.
Nice.
He would drive.
My dad took me to my first Van Halen show.
The first several ones. And actually one of the shows, the whole family is like taking me to the venue and the car breaks down. So they get me to the venue, but the car breaks down, and they're like stranded. But I got to they got me to the show.
Wow! What are we gonna do? Johnny's got to get to the show.
Got to get Johnny to Van Halen. That's all he cares about.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
my dad and myself and a few friends. He was like, he wasn't gonna go to the show, but I think on the way there, we were listening to the cassettes and. He recognized like I Can't Drive 55 or something from Sammy, and he's like, oh yeah, I like that, or I saw that video or something so like he knew he had an extra ticket. He was, I don't know if what he was, it was like a 2-hour drive down to Providence, Rhode Island from New Hampshire. So it was I think I had just got my license. What was it? 90? That was 91. I had just got my license, so I was like, I wasn't going to drive 2 hours to a state that I've never been to. So,
oh yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. So,
it's still scary.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was a great. I mean, that's probably the one that I remember the most. That was Carnal Knowledge. I think I get a lot of that mixed up with the Right Here, Right Now video. Like, I can remember. I feel like I can remember the end with the big Van Halen logo and the sparklers and everything.
Which show?
I don't know if it was. Well, I mean, I know they did it at every show, but I feel like I can remember being there and like smelling the smoke and all of that, and I'm sure I did. But then I get it kind of mixed up with like Right Here, Right Now. The
Carnal Knowledge. They did have a big VH that came out at the end, and it was like all sparkling up and smoke and explosions. They did that.
They had the drum riser that went up. That was another.
Right Here, Right Now. They had a huge VH with the rings that went clear across the stage. I think the thing lit up
in the video.
In the
or in the tour.
No, on the actual tour.
Yeah.
They didn't have they didn't travel along with their Jumbotron till Balance.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's the first tour they had video on. And
so when they did that at the very end of that show, if you stayed, at the very end, they would have the album cover from Balance, and it came to life. Like the two kids are like screaming.
Yeah.
And they're like, "See you next time." They're like waving, like, "See you next time." The cover like came to life. It was crazy.
Walking out of the venue.
Yeah.
And it was, I do.
It's pretty cool.
That. And actually, I remember when I saw them in '93 at Great Woods Amphitheater, they had video screens. We were up on the lawn, which is, like the general admission seats.
Yeah.
And they did have videos. They had like, I don't know how big they were, like just large video screens because it was pretty far back. But so there's, all those concerts by the '90s, I think there was always in-house video for amphitheaters and stadiums, definitely in a lot of the arenas. So some of that's out there that we've, all that stuff that somebody's, who knows what happened to that stuff. But I'm sure we'll find some of those videos out there.
Somebody has it.
Somebody's got it. But yeah, so I remember. Yeah, I do remember Unchained when they played Unchained in '93. That was really cool. A new Sammy doing a new Dave song. And one of the, I think that was like a crowd favorite. I think that was probably, they kind of knew that had like the underground, true Van Halen fan thought Unchained was like the best, one of the best. Not the biggest hit, but according to a lot of the fans, that was, and to put that into the set list, that was really cool.
That was awesome. Yeah. It seems like they had started jamming on a lot of that older stuff by that point, because if you watch the actually no, what's the pay-per-view, the Balance pay-per-view? Toronto '95.
And then there was the MTV special too, I think.
There actually, there was the MTV, what'd they call that back then? It wasn't Live at the 10 Spot. I think it was something else. But
that was opening night. The Pensacola one, I think, was
the Pensacola. That was opening night, and MTV filmed a lot of that. And actually, there is a video. I'm sure it's out there now. There is like an entire uncut video of that, where the whole show,
right?
The whole show. But the Balance pay-per-view, there's like an unreleased segment of that where they're jamming on House of Pain.
Oh wow!
Have you seen that?
I'm sure I've seen it at some point, but
they're like Sammy's playing lead guitar over Eddie, and them playing House of Pain.
I don't know. That's
crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But it exists. They played that.
Those are the things that
the pay-per-view. But it was cut out. It was cut out, but it's since surfaced. I've seen it.
Wow.
Pretty cool stuff. But it seems like they started playing more of those older songs, and
there was always like they would throw in, little, when they did Growth in 1986, little of just jams of some of the Ed would always play Mean Street, then sometimes he would, I don't know if I think it was, they never did Mean Street with Sammy, but they did it with Gary.
No,
Gary was the first time they came back with that.
Yeah. And during 0812, they actually did Run with the Devil with Sammy.
That's right. Yep. Right after Mike's bass solo, I know, on Monsters of Rock, that's he would end the solo with the Running with the Devil intro. With the teeth. Do the, at least on the teeth. The teeth. There it is. Michael Anthony.
There he is. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Right there. Poof. Michael Anthony. Kevin Dugan. How you doing tonight?
Yeah. Kevin watches these shows, man.
I know.
So again, Kevin, you got to text me. He wanted on to one of these one day.
I know.
But I didn't see his message till I was going to sleep. Kevin, if you're watching this, you got to text that phone number. You got to text me, and I have your number, so I know it's you. Text me, and we'll get you on here, man. No, he will be here. He's told me he will be on with us. It just has to be the right time and everything.
Michael Smith, jump in.
What are you doing? He says.
Saying hey.
We're live.
What's going on? Brian the Sign Guy was asking, what's the Jon Stewart special with Van Halen? That was the Pensacola show. He did the intro, and like you were saying, the uncut version. I remember there is a version on YouTube with, it's like at least 5 minutes of just silence in the audience, just like the camera's getting set up. You can see, and then the intro was so slow because they do like the monk chant, and the monk chant was like they just slowly. I think, I don't know. I assume they did that at every show, but they like, it's very, very low, and then that's how they did the intro to the '95 shows, right? With the Seventh Seal intro. Or maybe maybe I'm just remembering it from the Pensacola show, but that's the way they did the intro. And
I knew they were going to do that too. As soon as I heard that song,
oh yeah,
when that album came out, I'm like, I bet you anything they're going to start the show with the monks and everything. And hey, Sean Shreds, have a great time, man.
Like
great
over
to see
like,
you, man.
Sorry, it was over like 5 minutes. They would just start really low, and then it would get super loud, and then they'd start.
Oh, it was cool, man.
Great way to start the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And they actually had live chanting monks. I think it was Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Minneapolis.
Didn't they get scared? Like they, I heard that they got once the whole band came in, like they were all like, it was so loud that they didn't know what to do.
I don't know.
I know this. I think there's video of it, but I'm pretty sure it was like the monks got really scared.
There's MTV News of it.
Yeah,
I remember.
Once all the monitors kicked in and the band kicked in, it had to be the stage volume in '95 had to be super loud.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were. Yeah, I think they were wearing some in-ear monitors, but even the the side fill monitors were probably super loud. But yeah, Van Halen memories.
Yeah. Can't Drive 55. I remember those. Van Halen was on the Jon Stewart show twice. That was KBHK is the channel out here in San Francisco. They were on just as guests one time, like the whole band, and then another time they played. They didn't play both times. They only played one time. I think Sammy and Eddie were on one time as guests, and another time the whole band was on. And they had footage of like them rehearsing and stuff, and Jon Stewart hanging out with them.
I'm sure I saw all that stuff, and I've probably even seen it on YouTube. But
oh yeah,
a lot of that stuff is
out there now.
Yeah, it's all been released. But yeah, that was back when MTV would cover a band throughout a whole tour and do 3 or 4 specials sometimes, or at least check in with on MTV News a few times during the tour.
They had a lot of that for Bounce. Now that I think about it,
yeah,
there was a lot of MTV stuff like Road Rules.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was it Road Rules?
They got to join the road crew on one of the shows.
Yep. There was that one, and then the Pensacola show. That's right, Mike Rogers, where Stewart introduced them. There was that. There was a lot of stuff that year.
I mean, kind of the end of an era. That literally was the end of an era. And
I remember the music video for. I remember the music video for "Don't Tell Me" debuted at midnight, like New Year's or something. I remember sitting in my room playing my Ernie Ball Music Man.
Let's see.
And they did the music video premiered like at midnight or something. And I stopped playing the guitar so I could watch that.
Yeah,
it was cool.
I'm sure we can. Let me see if there's an article about the video. Because I do remember that one. Yeah, track listing here. Yeah, let's see what it says. When was it released? Don't Tell Me is a single. Does it have the video? Yeah, the video version was released December of '94. maybe not. That might be the single version. Because 94, that would have been when they were releasing the earliest stuff of the Balance album.
Don't Tell Me came out the album came out January 95.
Right. So the first single
January
came out December
24th or something. Because I have the promotional, what do you call those things? It has a suction cup. It's like a little like cardboard thing.
Mm-hmm.
This dude at this record shop in Mill Valley, California, Sammy signed it and gave it to him, and the guy gave it to me, and I still have it.
January 24th.
January 24th is when that album came out. Yeah, that's how I know that.
That's right.
That's what it says. But I remember that music video for "Don't Tell Me" debuting. I want to say midnight New Year's Eve, 95.
That would make sense. Yeah.
I want to say.
Wow. Those were the days. You had to wait. You had to the anticipation grew, and the first, and even I think they did that to some degree on 2012 when they would, they released Tattoo, then they did a couple specials, and then you had the tour to look forward to, throughout the rest of that year, or at least the early part of the year, or the album release, which was all the stages that would come along with it. It was good stuff. I guess that's kind of, I don't think a lot of nowadays, things are released and nobody knows about it. It's just, or the pop stuff is released and it's just the big explosion of all kinds of stuff. They do the TV stuff and all that, but it was a different thing, I guess, back in the day when they would do an album release and build up to it, and then the tour and all that. That's what I remember anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, because there was no internet then. Well, there was, but it was very early, and it wasn't at all like it is now. And there was no Napster. There was none of the MP3 thing where something gets released and it's instantly everywhere. Like,
right,
you don't have to buy it because it's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's on this. It's everywhere. So yeah, it's very different now. Making albums or
actually physically going to a record store and buying, a physical copy of an album. I mean, I know this for Carnal Knowledge. I left last period of whatever it was, 10th grade or something, and went right to the Strawberries Records and Tapes and got the cassette, and then. Or maybe I got the CD first, and then I think I won the cassette. Because I listened to the cassette more than the CD because I was always in the car. So, and then I won one of them at the when I went to see them on the radio show. Good stuff. Yeah, I want to. That's what Mike Rogers says, that I want a copy of Balance from the local radio station. And back when they would broadcast concerts on the radio, before nowadays you can get, obviously they have broadcasts of a lot of shows, but it's on, pay-per-view, or it's on, a YouTube channel or something like that. Not the same as, we could tune in the radio to it. Westwood One, that was the stuff,
It's very different now. But hey, Sherman Callahan is sending stuff in. There's our friend Sherman.
Wow, look at that. Nice.
You got a guitar. What are those? Are those
fans?
Are those fans?
Wow. Nice collection of fans. You get so many fans.
Oh. I may not be famous, but I have a lot of fans.
Johnny missed the punchline.
I saw that, yeah. There we go. There's Sherman Callahan with his fans.
Wow. Wish I had that many fans.
Right on, Sherman. Wow.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very different now with the music promotion and because you have a lot of artists promoting themselves now. I mean, they may be signed to a label or whatever, but even the ones that are huge, the Billie Eilish, the the Katy Perry, well, it turns out it is a lot of pop stuff.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. There is a machine running all that, but they are also very involved with their promotions, with either with going live on Facebook,
right.
Or doing Instagram lives, or just posting to TikTok or whatever. I mean, it's very different now.
Right. Yeah, you can get a day-to-day sort of diary from all these people.
It's almost like
club. You can hear something from them every day, probably.
It's almost like back in the day, we're really into the rock bands we're into. We don't get any news unless it's a Metal Edge snippet or MTV News or Circus. We're going to the grocery store and we're just looking through everything. Is there anything? Is there anything? And then you'll get maybe a couple pieces of news a month if you're lucky. And that's if the record coming out, or if there's something. If there's not, forget about it. They drop off the face of the earth. You don't hear about them at all. These days, you have all these artists running their own TikTok account, their own Instagram, their own everything. So they have full control of their promotion.
Yeah.
And to be a fan of somebody these days, you're overwhelmed. It's like every day there's something new with them. Every day. All day long.
Oversaturated, yeah.
All day long. It's totally kids these days have no idea what it was like back in our day when you would have to go to the grocery store and get a magazine and pray there was a snippet in there about your favorite band that was news that was like 3 months old.
Exactly. Since it's just you and me, Johnny, can you go onto your Facebook and pull up some of the articles that I posted? That's exactly what we're talking about. The stuff you'd find in the local newspaper, like a review of a show that just happened, or a review of an album, and the little snippets in like trade magazines, or like Johnny was saying, Cashbox, or the industry magazines, Billboard, where it would say, Van Halen filmed a concert in Oakland using Westwood One and that kind of stuff, where you get a little hint of it that, wow, something's coming. Or a
do you remember anything you posted?
I don't know if you can, or maybe I could share it. I don't know if it's just because I can look at all my feed.
Yeah. If you can tell me where it is.
Are you able to click on like my content?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just need one thing from me. So
I just have to know what it is.
Look up something like let's see, trying to think of one of the newspapers that let me see, I'll find something because I can find my content.
Did you see this? Did you see the Van Halen what do you call it? At the football game?
Oh.
What was that?
Yeah, that was like, what was that? That was from.
It was like today.
Oh, was it? Well, I've seen the band on the field doing the what do you call it? The logo,
like a tribute. Yeah, it was today, I guess. At this football game, they did a tribute to Van Halen where they played a few songs and they were walking around. I've never seen those pictures. See, these are all people that are pre-approved in here. See, I haven't seen any of this. People just post all this stuff.
Yeah.
There you go, Jay. There's some more Roth pictures for you.
Here we go. So if you searched like Record Mirror magazine, or can you search within your group? Billboard. If you just search Billboard, there's a bunch that I posted just from Billboard. Or concert review. Winnipeg, there's a bunch from the Winnipeg newspaper. If you look you can at least find some of my content from any of those.
Is it photos?
Yeah, it would have been like photo and just a quick title that I would have put on it. Are you scrolling through all those? I keep going down.
Yeah. I'm just looking at some of this. I haven't.
Oh, these are the photos that people have put onto your. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah,
because mine were usually like articles and stuff. text based. So it's a post. I think it was just look through your posts.
Okay, let's see.
Posts.
Post. Oh, actually, I can search you within the group, and I can see everything you've posted.
There you go. Quentin James just woke up. Good morning, Quentin James.
Dude.
King Biscuit Flower Hour. Yeah, those back when they would have radio specials live from wherever. Back in the day, Westwood One.
Women and Children First?
Yeah, I think it was a couple reviews of Women and Children First, which were on the... No, that was the anniversary of Diver Down. What am I saying?
Was this the one where the guy is like, the music is dumb and there's no value at all in this? Was that this one?
I love that stuff. There's some great terrible reviews. Yeah, I think that's one of them. Women and Children. I don't know how much time Van Halen spent writing the songs for this album, but it sounds as if it was a lot. Fortunately for them, they've got fans that'll settle for anything from this over dramatized, overblown, and over the top bunch. Behind the histrionics, whatever histrionics are, there's very little substance to the album. Side 1 has the usual wild guitar breaks and Tarzan-like verbal beatings of the chest. And as you're probably aware, David Lee Roth's chest is an intrinsic part of the act. Yeah, and it goes on and on. Side 2 has the benefit of a little more thought and a little less Hollywood-itis, with the softer guitar playing of Edward Van Halen, mostly on Could This Be Magic and In a Simple Rhyme. But on the whole, the songs are weak, relying mostly on the battered old themes of anti-school at their ages and pro A Good Night in the Sack. Their contrived efforts at identifying with the fantasies of fans a good 10 years younger leave me unconvinced. Well, how old were they in 1980? They were in their early 20s still, weren't they? Or like mid 20s?
They were mid 20s.
So I don't know. Schoolboy antics.
Yeah. I like that record.
I listened to it the other day. That's one of my, obviously one of my, they're all my favorite, but that was one of the favorites. What else is there? By John Blinn. That's me. Shh.
Don't tell anybody. It's his birthday.
What's the one with the record? There's Noel Monk there in the back. Recently, I can't read it. Recently, Warner Brothers offers. There you go. Van Halen recently visited Warner Brothers offices in Burbank to receive awards for their new album, Van Halen 2, for platinum sales in the U.S. That's another thing that's gone, like the platinum album sales. Like, it's all like, downloads now, isn't it? Album sales.
Yeah.
Pictured of the representative Noel Monk, Mo Austin, chairman of Warner Brothers Records, Eddie, Dave, Ted Templeman. So that was where they were awarded their platinum albums for Van Halen 2. I think I said the date on that too. What's the date on at the top, or maybe it's on the bottom? It was like shortly after the album came out. It's like only a couple months after the album came out, it was already platinum. I don't know. For the second album to go platinum within a couple weeks is great. I mean, it's quality stuff.
It is. It is. And hey, I'm gonna shut the window. Ned just came in.
Oh yeah.
And since he came in, I'm gonna keep him in because the way that I'm feeling, I really don't want him outside like 1 a.m, be like looking for him.
Right. Take care of that.
Let me shut the window real quick.
Yeah. So yeah, I think somewhere on there it was the official date that they got platinum for Van Halen 2, but yeah, nowadays you don't get the hype that these guys got. So I don't remember what magazine this was from. This was like Billboard magazine. Billboard had, if you just there's a the place where I got all these magazine articles was called oh man, of course I can't think of it now. Let me just find the radio. It's like Radio Archives or something like that. I'll find it. Worldradiohistory.com. So you guys out there, you want to take some deep dives into all kinds of old record magazines and everything from literally the 1800s all the way up through the 2000s. It's called worldradiohistory.com, and it's just a magazine archive of literally tens of thousands of old music magazines, production magazines, studio magazines, it's got all of the Billboard magazines from literally back in the 1800s all the way, till the present. Stuff like Cashbox, which is like the industry insider, where there's a Cashbox. I think it was Cashbox, or maybe it was Billboard, that would do every week when they would put their magazine out, they would do a concert rundown. And so you can find like the attendance numbers. You can find like the attendance numbers of every show that they had that week. The highest attendance down to like the lowest, like a small theater. So, and Van Halen was on the top of that several times in the mid 80s. But yeah, World Radio History. And then, so you can get, like Mix Magazine, which I subscribed to back in the early 90s. One of those, production kind of magazines where it'll go into all the recording techniques. And then where did I find, one of the magazines had a whole layout of Ed's 5150 studio from 85. I want to say that was called like Recording Producer Engineer. Recorder, producer, and engineer, something like that. And that's the kind of stuff like you can just spend hours on. I mean, they have not only write-ups of thousands of studios, and all the, where everybody recorded in back in the day, and like Electric Ladyland or Abbey Road, but the smaller studios. And you can just in arenas, like it'll have like the house sound systems from all these different arenas in like the 90s, or whether or not they had TV, whether or not they had luxury boxes, how many seats, everything, like all the facilities that they had, the dressing rooms and everything like that. It's really like inside stuff. But scattered amongst all that, if you search just search Van Halen, there's a lot of little articles, and I posted tons of them on Johnny's Facebook page there. But like, the production of Van Halen on the Road 1995, or Van Halen Monsters of Rock 1988, all the specs, and it would have, literally every 96 Clear Brothers SP4 cabinets, flown in the rig, and then all the sub cabinets, and then all the amplifiers and all that stuff. It's just like, every kind of, and the US Festival was one of them that they went into so much depth on.
Oh my goodness. I just happened to see this.
Down to the fact that they had to cool the amplifiers that they used with dry ice throughout the entire festival.
This is like your kind of stuff, man. You must have been just like
the pounds. I think they actually
I can't believe it. Look at this.
There it is. The pounds of dry ice. Those are the I don't know if those are the cooling under the amplifiers, but that's one of the clips from the 83 US Festival. And they go into every spec, how many mixing boards they used, the monitor systems, the lighting systems. I mean, it just, if you want that information, it's out there, and you can spend a lot of time just analyzing every single thing. I mean, the video systems that they had for the US Festival, that was just, the US Festival was probably the biggest show of Van Halen's era, definitely. And, of basically the 80s, because, Live Aid was That was a one-day event, and that was in 2 different countries. It was more of a TV event for Live Aid, and the bands didn't play full sets. But the US Festival was some of it was broadcast on over the radio, and it was just before. I mean, before MTV was so big, but I think the MTV did do quite a bit on it. Yeah, there it is. That's the write-up of the Showco Arena System Stack. 2 identical size cabinets utilizing JBL Yamaha components. So it gets into every speaker. Press releases reported that the US Festival system's audio power rating being 400,000 watts. And then it goes, I think I posted different bits of that article.
Gosh.
Really like nerd stuff. The ice was delivered up. So it go back one, and it was talking about the dry ice. They went through so many pounds of dry ice. It says the ice was delivered up each tier by the means of a makeshift elevator shaft built into the scaffolding. A chain motor hoist was secured to an I-beam, a steel I-beam, and served as the motive force to raise and lower the speaker cabinets, personnel, and dry ice. So they had to use dry ice to cool the amplifiers in 1983 for 400,000 watts of that festival sound. I love it. That's the stuff that and then what's the next picture? US Festival. So the Clear Brothers systems 52 racks, the monitor systems 8 racks, and the Showco delay towers total of 32 racks gave a combined count of 92 amplifier racks with 8 channels per rack. This would divide out to an average of approximately 543 watts per channel. A not unlikely figure considering the hefty phase linear 700 BS Crown PSA 2s and the SAE 2600s in use during the proceedings. Damn, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
That's all like the outboard effects, the crossovers, the amplifiers. There it is. Showco amplifier stack.
Man, so this is stuff like you've never seen this stuff.
No. This is Van Halen's biggest show ever. I mean, I would think the US Festival was definitely the 300,000 people.
Oh yeah, no, the US Festival was Van Halen's biggest show there ever was,
without a doubt. So it goes on and on from there. I mean, there's amplifier. It goes into the speakers, specs, the stage plot. Clair Brothers was one of those early. Out west, I think they were. One of them was Philadelphia. I don't know if it was Showco or Clear Brothers. It was in Pennsylvania on the east, but I think Showco was Texas, and they were like the first. If you look back, like on the '78 tour when they were touring with Black Sabbath and all that stuff, you look at like the shots of the sound system and everything. It's all these the big W bin cabinets, and it's like nothing is standardized. They're just like stacked on top of each other and just brute force it. But then in the early 80s or in the late 70s they started coming up with self-enclosed cabinet that would have low, mid, highs and all of that stuff separated, and so you just put 30 of those out there, or in some cases 96 of those or 120 of those, and it does the job so much more efficiently. And that was the kind of stuff that they used. The Clair Brothers and Showco started coming up with the Crown amplifiers. Yeah. When you could get 1,000-watt amplifier, back in the early 70s, some of the biggest amplifiers were, a couple hundred watts. There you go. Power amplifier racks. Clair's S4 system requires 1 amp rack for each of 4 speaker cabinets. Each rack contains 4 stereo power units. Goes on and on. From the 2600 amplifier develops about 600 watts per channel into a 4-ohm load. So I won't read the whole thing, but with more than 50 amp racks in use, the main speaker stacks, thousands of pounds of dry ice are required. Again, they're talking about the dry ice. That's funny, Even in the middle of that article, large chunks of dry ice were set onto a 2-inch thick pad of styrofoam in the chilled air conditioned within the plywood box. Think about Southern California. I mean, it had to be in hundreds of degrees, 100 and plus degrees out at the US Festival. So
Well, San Bernardino is desert,
right. So, man,
so it's hot.
I can't imagine being out in that crowd of 300,000 people, 100 plus temperatures, and never mind, running all that equipment and all that, amplifiers, spotlights, and God, back then people were, they could deal with that kind of stuff back in the. When I was young, I never remember being like, oh, it's too hot out here or it's too cold. It was just like, you dealt with it. Even as a kid. Yeah, freezing your ass off, but that's all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are some of that I love. That article was great, and the US Festival technical article was put. It was in like 3 or 4 different magazines. I think it was in Mix Magazine, Recording Producer and Engineer Magazine. It was in a number of magazines. And that's there's hundreds, if not thousands, of those. If you like the technical stuff, studio magazines or live sound magazines, going back to the 70s or earlier, it's all on that website. World Radio. What did I say? World Radio.
John Biel.
I said it a few times.
Sherman Callahan. Thank
World
you for
Radio
the sticker, man.
WorldRadioHistory.com. You can get stuff like this. Heavy metal, the Monsters of '84. Monsters of Rock '84 out in England, Europe. And then if you want to pay for it, you can get stuff like Cream Magazine or Rolling Stone is kind of meh, but Cream Magazine, Circus Magazine, those, the magazines that we all remember. You can pay for all the back issues of that, and you can get them online.
Good night, all day, all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter.
Happy Keister.
That too. Where is everyone?
Smash that thumbs up.
Not that we're not having a wonderful time here tonight.
This is awesomeness, man. This is awesome. And yeah, you're talking about getting back issues of stuff. That's how I got a lot of stuff back in the day. Ordering back issues of magazines and stuff.
That's right.
Now a lot of it's on the internet. A lot of it is in a group that I run. So I don't have to look for anything anymore. People come to me, they tell me. You
get the updates every day.
It's great. It's awesome. It's like my dreams have come true.
It's very true. I mean, I remember, when you used to be starved for this kind of stuff, like the memorabilia, the stories, the recordings, and now it's everything we could dream of. If we knew all the stuff we have access to in 2022, back in 1992, we'd be like, damn, I just remember. I mean, we've talked about this before, ordering the snail mail videotapes and the cassette tapes and that stuff back in the early 90s, when you had to write to find it in the back of a magazine and write to a small company that dubbed bootleg videos. We all had that.
Oh man. And and you get the stuff and you have no idea the quality, what it's actually going to be like.
Right.
And then if you're lucky, it's actually good.
Kind of like that.
Look at that. Metal Mike. Have a good night, man.
It's 5150 time.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. And that's another John Biel exclusive stuff that John Biel found.
This was the first treasure that I really found. Pretty much every 1985 spec of 5150 Studios with pictures and diagrams and everything. So that again, I don't remember what magazine it was, but a full rundown of it. And I don't even think they interviewed Ed. They interviewed whoever designed it with Ed. There may have been some quotes from Ed, but it was more about really just what to say. The author. Well, that's just about him. Howard Weiss. But I think he just kind of toured the studio with one of Ed's, engineers or something. But it goes into everything. An abundance of used state-of-the-art equipment at a reasonable price. A trend. Oh, so these are like what you would look for in a home studio of the mid 80s. But then it goes into everything about Ed's studio, including like the wood paneling that they use to build the actual structure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a whole list of all the studio gear somewhere on there. One of the other
Pages. Page.
The studio's, one of which is the studio's ability to contain sound pressure levels in excess of 130 decibels without disrupting adjacent neighbors. Wow. 130 decibels. That's like threshold of pain.
Wow.
What album is that? Look at the 2-inch tapes or the tape boxes on the floor there. If that was 85, they might have been, that's probably Wildlife, or maybe early Sammy stuff.
Could be anything.
Could be.
But whatever it is, that's the stuff that we want.
That's right.
We want to hear that stuff. Be so awesome. Be so awesome, man.
Nice.
5150. Edward Van Halen's 5150 studio. Look at that.
Studio design and construction. I mean, you don't get more nerd than that. That says it all right there. Howard Weiss didn't know what he was doing in 1985, but he's inspired us tonight. I'll build it. I'm going to build it. And you could if you. Oh, on the left, that's like the Lynn drum machine or something. On the left, it looks like. Did he probably for the Wildlife? I think he used some drum loops, drum machine stuff.
Yeah.
It's an old drum machine.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
That could be.
Man.
Wow.
What's the next? Is there another page in that post?
I think.
I know. I think I posted the whole article with all the specs and everything.
For some reason, I can't get to it. Oh, because it's backwards. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Man. Well, hey, you Van Halen nerds, if you're looking to remodel your house, this is what you want. Look at that.
Studio and control room layout of Van Halen's 5150 facility. And who says they didn't have room for a drum set in there? I claim BS on that. Al could set up the whole, but I guess it was, so let's see. It's hard to read.
Well, a drum room is different than just a drum set,
right? Actually, that's it. The actual sound, performing studio is only that far right part. So it's about 20 feet by 20 feet. With a grand piano, that's kind of, I guess, the scale you had. So it actually isn't very much room. Because the middle part is the control room. And what's it say behind that? Raised. Can you read what that says? Raised something behind the console. And then
I can't read any of this.
Yeah. Some of it was pretty low res. I
do see the kitchen area, and I'm excited.
Yeah, right. On the left, you got the kitchen area, storage, tape. The tape, what is that? Tape library. Oh my God, to be in there. Tape something. And then there was a computer. There was a computer part on the, or a tech area. What does it say? I don't know what it said. So there's the actual cross section of the studio's control room wall treatment. You got the 2x6 studs walls packed with R19 insulation. Don't forget the sub drywall. The what is it? Man, how many layers is that?
This is in the Van Halen.
I have the better resolution pictures of that.
Exclusively Van Halen is where this is.
But yeah, where is that? There you go. Oh, that's much better.
Oh, there you go. You've got it ready, huh?
Equipment storage, tape storage, shop. You can't really hold it still, but yeah, there you go. Anyway. Yeah, great stuff. So if you want to dig deep, you can find all that stuff out there. Every spec. There it is. Studio equipment list. The Uri 24x12 console. 3M M56 16 track. That's what they recorded on, I think 1984 was recorded on 16 track. And then he's got the Ampex 24 track. That was the upgrade. U-matic video recorder, so I wonder what kind of video they had going on there. Goes on and on. I love that stuff. The Ampex 2 tracks, all kinds of 2-track cassette recorders, CD player. Oh, I didn't know if they had a CD recorder back then in '85.
I think CDs came out in the early '80s.
Well, yeah, CDs, but CD recorders.
But CD recorder?
That had to be like the late '80s. You could get it for like $10,000. You could get a CD recorder.
Oh my gosh, dude! Do you remember back in? Well, I remember when I was living at Desmond's house. In his studio, they had a CD recorder. So anytime we had a new mix of a song,
Mm-hmm.
that we were recording, demoing, I would go home with the CD like burnt, like right there,
Nice.
of the song. And then when I was working on my own music, it was very expensive. One blank CD was like $20 or something. And the price dropped like right away. You could get it just got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And now I don't even use CDs anymore at all.
When I went to college, I went to school for music and sound production, and University of New Halen. Here we go. Not to plug anything, but so the summer before I went, I worked at a studio. Just a small studio in the area, and he had just bought a PC with CD recording capability, and that was 95. So I think he paid like $10,000 for the whole package. A full kind of PC recording rig and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so and he could make CDs like on the fly. It would probably take 2 hours to burn the CD, but it would, you could get a CD of the session. And so that was 95. And then when I went to college, 95, 96, 97, it was a lot of DAT and cassette still, but I think in like 96 they got a full like CD suite where you could put the playlists and info on the CD. It was like the full, probably a $20,000 package back then, for
the stickers on the top.
I don't know if you could print the stickers,
or printing,
but you could get like a full, with the playlist and all the, but it was, they probably did have the printing, because they did have a whole music marketing facility. So, but I was in the recording side of it. But yeah, so we could actually, and at that time I was listening to, I had just a CD Walkman in my car. So that was where I would listen to most of my, and plugged into the cassette when you'd have the cassette adapter for the mini CD or the mini cassette CD Walkman that would play it. I didn't have a CD actual stereo.
Mm-hmm. A CD.
There you go. Westwood One presents. That was the Westwood One broadcast of New Halen. I wish we had better resolution. I have that somewhere right here.
Are you able to read it?
I have all these original articles. Again, this is
brought to you by Coke.
This is all from Superstar Concert Series, Westwood One Radio Network. So, yeah, we can read that. What's it say? Rock and roll's reigning bad boys are back with a sizzling in-concert extravaganza the weekend of October 31st to November 1st, when Coca-Cola and Sprite present Van Halen in a very special Superstar concert airing on Westwood One Radio Network. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this is 86. So this was... So we know, look, the concert, the New Halen concert, can you read it?
August 27, 1986.
So that was when they recorded the New Halen Live Without a Net concert. And so before it came out as Live Without a Net, it was broadcast on Westwood One, the radio network back then, when they would play full concerts and stuff like that. So what does it say? This was October 31st. So what, 2 months after? 2 months after the show, they had the broadcast of it. And if you zoom in, we can read the rest of it.
I'm zoomed.
Well, yeah.
Captured live at New Halen's, is it Veterans Memorial Auditorium during the band's recent blockbuster 5150 tour. Van Halen cranks up a solid 90 minutes of gale force rock and roll, featuring such hot and heavy classics as Panama, Ain't Talking About Love, and Wild Thing.
That's what I was about to say, man. That's the only place you heard Wild Thing,
right?
Was on the radio. You never heard it on the video,
right? And it's like it's a hot and heavy classic of Van Halen. Like they only played it on like a handful of shows in 1986, but Wild Thing was the song that they put into the promo. Man, and no Sammy songs. I mean, there's no 51. It says Panama, Ain't Talking About Love, Wild Thing.
Later on, there it does.
Yeah, Why Can't This Be Love?
Superstar Concert also highlights cuts from the Mega Platinum 1550 LP, including Best of Both Worlds, Love Walks In, Why Can't This Be Love, and the title track.
That's right. We remember that one. New Halen. What is it? And then it's all blurred again. The ferocious rhythm section of Michael Anthony and Alex Van Halen. The blistering twin guitars of Eddie Van Halen and Sammy Hagar. It's a take no prisoners, blur, blur, blur.
Musical assault bound to leave your listeners dazed and delighted.
Wow.
Coca-Cola and Sprite present Van Halen on the Superstar Concert Series. Dude, I had these. I had the vinyls of these back in the day.
I've seen them on eBay and stuff, the actual vinyls and the Westwood One recordings.
Yeah. I used to buy off eBay all this stuff back in the mid 90s. I'd get I'd get the Lisa Robinson inside track interview talking to Eddie, where Eddie's playing guitar for, playing Crossroads and all that.
I have one here somewhere.
Yeah, what you would find is you'd get the Westwood One vinyls, and actually some of it would be just certain cuts from the show. I never had the full show on vinyl. I had CD. I had a CD of the full show. Like stereo version.
I have it somewhere.
And then on a vinyl like this, you would get Wild Thing. You'd get another version of Rock and Roll.
I think Good Enough was on that.
You'd get Good Enough. Mm-hmm.
What was the Robert Palmer?
Addicted to Love.
Addicted to Love.
During Best of Both Worlds.
That was on the MTV music. So that was another thing that was going on during the filming of this. Not only were they, obviously they were recording for this radio special for the home video, but MTV didn't go live, but they went to the recorded version of it for their MTV was their recording video for selected songs during that, and then they went to that during the Music Awards.
Cool.
That was a few days later. So that was the first thing to come out from the New Haven show. in '86. I think like the following week, they did the music awards, and they did Best of Both Worlds, and was it Love Walks In? I think, or Why Can't This? I don't know which one they did. I think it was Love Walks In because he did the whole intro, the Alien intro.
Mm-hmm.
This is a song that is about aliens, and it's called Love What Comes Walking In. Here we go. Let's do it. Go, Edward.
This song is about aliens.
Oh. It's very spooky.
This is a very scary song. I love that song, man. I can play the intro on keyboard. It's awesome.
Nice.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. That was good. So
look at that. Look, that's so cool. 1986. Look at the graphic with the pink and the.
It's before Photoshop. That was all actual, like
the splatter. Look at that. It's so cool, man.
That's a great promo. That was I think that was Billboard magazine. Coca-Cola, Coke Classic. Look at that. Is that New Coke? Enjoy Coke. So that was New Coke because it says Enjoy Coke, and then it says Enjoy Coca-Cola Classic. So it was a different product. I guess in '86 they were still doing New Coke.
Well, I think Cosby was doing the New Coke in like '84.
Yeah, it came out in '84, and they kept it. They held on to it for a few years, and then.
Was there a difference really between New Coke and
there was
regular Coke?
They put more sugar in New Coke, and it was like their response to Pepsi, the Pepsi challenge, because Pepsi like won the Pepsi challenge. You know, people preferred Pepsi, supposedly. I don't know if that was Pepsi propaganda, but
Pepsiganda.
And so that's and then people speculated that it was all, you know, a publicity stunt and to get people to relove the original Coke. And yeah, everybody remembers New Coke sucked, but
it was horrible.
I don't remember. I do remember taking the Pepsi challenge, and I don't remember what I picked, but there's definitely a difference between Coke and Pepsi. Pepsi.
Oh yeah, they're both good. I mean, it's all sweet. It's all good stuff.
New Coke. Caffeine free. Oh man, I don't want that. That's the best part of Coke is caffeine.
The Coke fiend.
In the original Coca-Cola, the best part of Coke was cocaine. That's the legend, you know. They had like a pretty healthy amount of cocaine in the original Coca-Cola recipe. But then they said, okay, caffeine's a little more healthy and people don't get hooked on. I don't know what the whole deal was. New Coke. America's taste just got better. Did it really?
You would think they wouldn't be drinking this stuff at all. A new taste. 1985. Okay, so... Oh, my goodness. What are you drinking there? Pepsi?
That's right. Rum and Coke.
A new taste from 1985.
Wow.
So I guess it was 85 they were pushing the new Coke, and that went into...
looks so weird because
86.
it doesn't have like the tapered top. I think they didn't invent the tapered top until after that. You know what I mean? Like most cans...
Well, it's a cartoon, too.
Most cans have that top that goes in a little bit, and it just looks weird because it's a full cylinder. You have a can of LaCroix over there? I have a can of Poland Springs or something, but...
I do. Here. I haven't had any for 2 days because of my...
Let's both go get a can of seltzer.
Okay.
You take the show for a little bit. Cameras off, cameras on the audience. It's all yours. BRB.
We'll give it to this guy. Yo.
Hey now.
Hey, you're on the air.
I'm on the air, huh? Shit. I'm already on the air?
Are you driving?
I'm driving. I'm trying to drive. Wait. Can you see me or no? There we go. All right. I want to make sure my camera's working. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Where are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, you can hear me. Good. I'm driving.
This just in, new Coke. Dude, we've been talking about new Coke. We've been talking about Live Without a Net. You know, all the regular stuff.
I've checked in a couple times. I was watching some USFL with my dad over at my parents' house, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, just figured I'd stop in, considering nobody else came on the show tonight, which is kind of crappy. You know,
Somebody said they were actually like held up or something.
held up at gunpoint.
Who was that?
So sorry guys, I can't come on. I'm held up at gunpoint right now.
Yeah. I'm downstairs at the at the Wendy's. They have us tied up.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wendy's, that'd be good right now.
Dude,
Man.
I've got the flu, and that sounds amazing to me. So maybe I'm not that sick.
No.
Because I wouldn't have an appetite at all, right? If it was really bad.
Yeah, if it was really bad, you wouldn't have an appetite.
Wow.
Yep. Where's John BL? Where's Mr. Birthday Boy?
He went to go grab a can because we were talking about the top of this Coke can, how it's.
That's right.
What was it?
Visit the can or?
Yeah. What was the deal? What was the deal with this can? What's the thing you were saying, John?
Remember, so
Happy birthday, John BL.
Thank you, Jay. Good to see you. Good to hear from you, at least.
Yeah.
In fact,
I know.
every can after that had like that taper at the top. That's why the can looks weird in that picture. Taper. See?
Sorry, I can't look.
Yeah.
So you're talking about this top.
Just the
Top.
taper at the top. The taper at the top.
So that's what they didn't have back then?
Look at the new Coke can. Look at those early cans. It didn't go in at the top. It's just a straight cylinder.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. It's really nerd stuff. That's Coca-Cola history for you right there.
When was the last time you had a Jolt Cola? Remember them shits?
I remember the shits, yeah.
I would have been a kid last time I tried that.
Yeah, Jolt Cola. You could feel the sugar in your teeth. You know?
Yeah.
Feel the sugar in your teeth.
Yep. Yeah, that should have been their slogan.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
It's quality stuff.
Quality stuff.
What are you doing, Jay?
I'm driving.
I can see that.
I can't see that. What's the speed limit? Okay.
55?
45 right now.
I always thought I Can't Drive 55 was like a grandma's version of she can't get that, she can't drive that fast because it's too fast for her. I was at a stoplight today thinking of that, or the other day. You look at it from the other perspective.
Yeah.
Sammy was saying, it's like, I can't drive that slow.
Yeah. I can't drive 55. You guys are crazy.
Jolt. Twice that was their catch. That was it. You want to stay up all night? Drink Jolt.
You want to kill your kids? Give them this.
Yeah, I tried. I think I tried that once, and it was just, it was like syrup or something, Too much.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe it's just because they advertise it as like the extreme soda, too much caffeine, too much sugar.
Do they even sell it anymore?
Oh, I'm sure they do. I think they do.
I think you can still get it.
It's the first energy drink, isn't it? Pretty much.
Ah, good point there, John BL.
That's right.
I'm scared of that, man. I take my caffeine. I know the dosage of caffeine that I can do. Otherwise, I go nuts. Like I literally have panic attacks and can't breathe and hyperventilate.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's true. So
yeah.
so I can't drink Pepsi or Coke. I can't touch any of that stuff.
Too much caffeine is not a fun thing.
No, I literally freak out.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
you have a fart attack?
I'm all like, start glowing like me.
I've had too much caffeine. Yeah. There it is. Hey, happy Easter to everyone on the East Coast or wherever. I guess from the Mason-Dixon line to the right or whatever.
Easter Coast.
Yeah.
It's what is
Coast.
it? Eastern. What do they say? Eastern Central. What's the other mountain? So Central, Eastern. It's 106. So
yeah,
Central is.
I gotta go home and hide some eggs in my butt.
Oh my gosh!
I gotta go in the backyard and put some in the terrain.
Gonna do a full. So you're gonna. How many do you hide? Do you do like
it's like fucking. Oh, sorry. It's
20,
like
30.
Yeah, it's somewhere about the 30s.
Dozens.
Yeah.
So yeah, yep. So that's what Ellie and Killian are going to be doing that in the morning, huh?
Oh yeah, yep. Ellie's already pumped.
What do you put in them? You put are they like the little plastic ones or?
Yeah, little plastic ones. They dyed the regular ones tonight, but we bought one of those. If any parents are out there, they make those machines now that like basically spin an egg. I'll send you guys the video later of Ellie doing it.
Can't wait.
It spins the egg and you use markers, and you could like, it's really cool what you can do now. And Ellie enjoys that more than the paws. You know, we all did the paws growing up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so the Easter Bunny hides those inside.
I just remember the weird smell.
The vinegar.
And like staining your fingers and just smelled. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the whole prep. You had to like boil the water. You had to put vinegar in it, then food coloring, and
yeah.
Sherman, thank you, Sherman.
It came with the little tiny color tab things you put in the mugs or whatever,
and the little egg holder too, where you could like hold it and dip it in like the metal.
Yeah, the little copper colored spoon things, makeshift spoons.
Those eggs look very well done. Those are like
those are pro.
Those are good ones. And hey, Jay, Sherman Callahan says that he loves the CD.
Really?
Apparently he got one.
Awesome.
He says he listened to it like 10 times. He says he's not a big heavy metal guy, but he likes your style of heavy metal.
Wow. Thank you, Sherman.
Sherman Callahan.
CD here somewhere.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? You know, sometimes you find out that somebody you'd have no idea would like your stuff ends up liking it. Do you guys remember the band? Well, they were Green Jello, but then they ended up getting sued or whatever, and they ended up turning into Green Jelly.
Yeah.
We got an email.
Little pig.
Yes. We got an email from, I guess, the guy who, I guess, the main guy in Green Jelly today.
Wow.
That says, like, he loves the music.
Wow.
And he's actually asking for like a CD of the last album because he can't find it. And I'm like, well, I haven't responded yet because I'm lazy. But it's kind of cool when you find out that somebody that, you know, I mean, I remember when that song was like huge on MTV back like what, 92, 91?
Right.
You know, like it's just cool.
They had like two, I think they had another, what was the other hit? I Hate Everything About You. Was that?
No, that was Ugly Kid Joe.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. But it's kind of weird when, you know, somebody that you know, before I even started playing guitar, you know, listen to their stuff, and then they end up years later going, hey, I like your music. You know, it's pretty weird.
That's cool.
Yeah. Green Jello. Green Jelly. But Sherman Callahan, thank you very much, man. That means a lot. It does. You know, because I get it, you know, the people that watch the show and the channel and stuff, you know, the majority, obviously, Van Halen fans, hard rock fans, you know, but the metal thing I know is, you know, sometimes that heavy stuff is a little too much for people, but it's cool when, you know, people dig your stuff. So thank you.
There it is. Omega Collide.
Thank you.
Produced by Jay Hannon.
Thank you.
There it is.
All right.
That's Green Jelly.
Wow.
Right there.
Little pig.
Yeah, so I have to respond to this email, and I really don't know how to respond to it. Do I tell them, like, oh, it's awesome that you know.
No,
like,
just be cool with them. You know, I hey, that's cool, man. I enjoyed your music back in the day. I grew up with that. You know, we all remember that.
Yeah.
Green jelly, green jello. What did they get? Like a cease and desist, and they had to change their name.
Yeah, but he included his cell phone number. Do I call him?
Get him on the show right now. Call him. Where's he live?
Oh, dude, I'll get him on the Metal Wednesday show.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely. Get him. Yeah, he's a fan. You got to start him off with the gizmochi, you know. Say, thanks, man. I love your stuff, and blah blah blah. But yeah, we do a metal show once a month on Wednesdays, and we'd love you to join.
Yeah,
fits right in.
That'd be cool. So let's we'll see if that happens.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. That's right, John BL. John BL is into making things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Poof.
Because he had a birthday.
I got a birthday.
Well, his parents made that happen.
That's right. Man. Yes, it was a happy birthday. Good times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we were talking mad crap about you last night.
I heard some of it. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. So did you have cake and stuff?
Ice cream cake. Ooh, good stuff.
Oh. See, I'm not that sick because that sounds amazing right now.
Carvel. I don't know if you guys have Carvel out there. That's
Carvel.
That's who makes. That's
Yes.
I don't know if it's
Carvel.
Yeah, you got
ice cream
definitely
cake.
Carvel ice cream cake. There you go, Jay.
Carvel.
I don't know if we lost Jay. Yeah, Carvel. They had Fudgy the Whale. Come on. What else? They had some couple of trademark ice cream cakes. Carvel. I don't. It must be an East Coast thing. Fudgy the Whale is the one. Cookie Puss. There you go. Robot Master Switch. I think he's from Boston. He knows about that.
You guys know about all this stuff?
Charvel ice cream cake. There you go. Not Charvel. But,
Somebody's got to get a Carvel custom guitar ice cream.
That's
cake.
right. The Charvel custom Cookie Puss or Fudgy the Whale ice cream cake. It's probably an East Coast thing, I think. If some of you haven't heard of it, but they would have that was like the Baskin Robbins back in the 80s, probably like 70s and 80s out around here. Carvel.
I'm looking at it. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Wow.
And they had
Carvel's
names
good.
for all their characters. They had a bunch of characters. Cookie Puss was like his head was made out of like an ice cream cone. Fudgy the Whale was like just a whale ice cream cake. And there were others.
Fudgy the Whale probably wanted more of an ice cream cake.
That's what I. Fudge packing whale. I mean, Fudgy the Whale. That's what I had last night. That was the ice cream cake, definitely.
You had one of those last night?
I had a piece just like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not too big on sweets, but that looks good.
It was good. Now I got a few more pieces I'm gonna have.
Pounds.
A few more LBs, BLs, a few more BLs coming.
John BL LBs.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Well, thanks for checking in, Jay. Jay's got to go get his Fudgy the Whale ice cream. That's it. The best birthday cake you could have.
I can't wait for my next birthday.
It's coming soon, I think. Soon.
June.
It's in June. It's very soon. Dude.
I wonder if I can buy these at the store. I mean, that looks like a store-bought thing right there.
Oh, yeah. They have them. It's in the ice cream aisle. In Market Basket, I mean. That's the local supermarket.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, we know how to. It says they have Carvel cakes at Walmart. Dude. Yeah, I don't know if they have them on the West Coast. It's one of sometimes you only get the products that are in your local vicinity. Man, I don't know. Should I open a beer? We got
Yeah.
Why not? It's you and me.
It's your birthday.
Johnny BL hour. Last 45 minutes. Say happy birthday. And I got to get up early tomorrow, man, too. But Easter. Happy Easter again. Gotta do the rounds. Go to see some relatives tomorrow. But yeah, gonna have a happy Easter. What else is going on?
Oh my god!
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at really weird. It says that's a Charvel. Carvel?
Not Charvel. Carvel.
What makes it the char? Oh, there's no H.
It's just CAR, not CHAR. There it is. That's Cookie Puss. I think
That is.
I think that's called Cookie Puss.
I don't know.
That high resolution photo of that, man. Egg.
That's really weird. I mean, it's really bizarre. Although it looks
pretty.
I mean, I would eat that, but it is kind of strange.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we get.
Oh yeah, Cookie Puss.
There you go. Wikipedia. What's the Wikipedia article say about Cookie Puss?
Oh, there he is.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, so you can actually get these cakes. They look just like this. And it has a name.
That's right. Jeez.
It's so weird. That is bizarre.
Isn't it? It's like a childhood nightmare. Here you go, Josh. Here's an ugly Cookie Puss cake.
That one on the right, he's like had too much of the Jolt Cola.
That's it. He's got like sideburns. He's got like the whole looks like he's got lamb chop sideburns there. But I guess that's just frosting. David and Joel and Rob, happy birthday. Wow. The happiest of birthdays.
Wow, triplets. Oh my gosh, that is weird.
Depends on the Carvel artist that you have. You get like your Subway artists. You get the Carvel artists. Some of them aren't as qualified as others, but they can still stencil a good name on your
cake,
focus, on your camera, on your cam. Yes, on your cake.
See, now I want something sweet. There's no way I'm going out because I'm too dizzy to drive. But I did buy some cereal today, so I'm gonna have a bowl of cereal later.
Well, do you care to share what kind of cereal? What brand? What's your go-to?
It's like the generic version of Lucky Charms.
All right. What do they call it? I mean, it's got to have like a
Marshmallow Galaxy.
Yeah,
I think I got a box of that, so I'm gonna have some of that later.
It's the yeah. I like that. It's a good bowl of cereal is always that. Lucky Charms was the go-to when I was a kid. If you wanted a sweet cereal, never got to have like Cocoa Puff Pebbles or what was it, Fruity Pebbles or any of that. That was like once in a while we'd get the little boxes which had all the Frosted Flakes and that kind of stuff, but usually it was
the tiny box. Yeah.
Usually it was Cheerios or Corn Flakes.
Oh, look at this, man. Man, my favorite cereal of all time is in this list. Of all time.
All right, let's see if we can guess. I've had a few of those, definitely.
In the chat, actually, yeah, this is like 80s.
Get a focus
Right here. Let's get like, oh man, there's so much here. I don't know how we can even.
As far as favorite, wow, look at that, man.
It doesn't show it.
As-
Crap. Hang on a sec. I opened up another window and it's not showing it. Wait, if I go this way.
As far as favorites, I think because we got to have Lucky Charms. That was like the go-to that my mom would buy. We wouldn't usually buy sweet cereals, but
Yeah,
Lucky Charms was the one that we got to have once in a while.
you had to spend the night at a friend's house.
Yeah,
And then wake up the next day to be able to have the Fruit Loops and the.
but
like,
I'm
the
thankful.
worst cereals there are
I'm thankful I never got
after playing Atari all night.
Yeah, but we did get to have C-3POs. We probably had the Pac-Man cereal.
That was it. C-3POs is my favorite cereal of all time. It's so good.
That was on there. Where is it? It's there.
It's
it
right
is.
there at the top. C-3POs it's incredible.
Wow, but it was honeycomb, wasn't it? Like honeycomb or like honey nut Cheerio. It was basically the same flavor, wasn't it?
It's like a honeycomb, but like more, like way more honey flavor.
Wow,
It's amazing. C-3POs.
man.
But look at that. You got G.I. Joe. You got Mr. T. Nerds. Remember that?
This is what we grew up on. This is Smurfberry Crunch. I mean, come on.
OJ's. Wait a
Indiana
minute.
Jones cereal. I mean, wow. Sugar Smacks with Star Trek on the cover. Sugar Crisp. They had to change it. Like I think it was Super Sugar Crisp. I think they had to change the name. I don't know if I'm remembering this.
To
correct.
Sugar Smacks.
Yeah, for some reason they had to change it because it was, I don't know, too sugary of a title.
I don't know. I'll be right back though. But yeah, look at that list.
Wow. Sir Grapefellow. Then there was all the what was like, I'm trying to look for it. The Booberry and the I'm trying to think of the other ones. There was Booberry, there was Count Chocula, all those like that whole series of breakfast cereals. What's your favorite cereal in the chat? Apple Jacks. Those were like the yeah. OJ's. I do remember OJ's, but what was it? It was like a Trix kind of thing with different flavors. Try to remember all of them. Frankenberry, there it is. Frankenstrap Berry. Thank you, Michael B. Frankenberry. Cookie Crisp. Captain Crunch tore the roof off your mouth. That's right, Rock Daddy. I remember that too. Yeah, you get if you ate it right the way I always would like the crispy cereal. When as soon as you pour the milk in, you have to start eating it. Some people like the mushy cereal, but if you ate Crunchberry or Captain Crunch too soon, as soon as you put the milk in, it would like tear up the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Cookie Crisp, where it's actually like just little cookies.
It's just tiny cookies.
Oh man, they were like, man, Fruit Brute. We were talking about like the Frankenberry, the Fruit Brute, the
Circus Fun.
Count Chocula.
Wow.
Wow, this is
I
what
haven't
we
seen
had.
that
I don't know if
ever.
you can find half of these cereals on the aisles now.
No.
I mean, these were like TV. Half of them were movie promotions, TV promotions.
They were like cartoons.
You had the Smurfs, the Gremlins, the what else? Was it with Frankenberry? Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, Pac-Man, all the Ghost. I mean, man, nerds. How do you make a nerd cereal? How sweet and like weird was that? I don't remember that one. Mr. T cereal. C-3POs. Wasn't there? There was another Star Wars one. C-3POs, and was there an R2-D2 one or?
No, but later on they did make cereals for like when those prequels came out.
Okay.
They had cereals for Phantom Menace and whatever. But yeah, this is what I got. I got one of these. Now I'll be having some of this.
Marshmallow Galaxy. Yeah, that looks good. 365. Yeah, I like the Whole Food stuff. That's good stuff. It's good.
Whoa.
I mean, actually, Ned, what's going on?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, who's he got? What's going on there? Give it to Ned. Here we go. Get it. Oh, nice. Oh, he's got it in a sleeper hold. Ned. Oh my God. Is it a 3 count? Is he gonna go down? Oh, is it Ned down for a count? Holy cow.
Get it.
Play by play here. Oh,
He's just wrestling. He doesn't have anything.
I love it. He's having so much fun. Just playing with any. Oh my God. What's in the couch, Johnny? Oh, no. Holy crap. That's great.
This is what he does all night while I'm sleeping. He's out here doing all this.
Oh, there we go. Now he's going to clean himself a little bit. That was a tough ordeal, Ned. Oh, wait.
There he is. Hey, man. Hey, you got people watching you doing that, dude.
Man, you got somebody clip feature with that one. Come on.
Yeah, clip this. Look at that. Look,
Oh,
oh, look
perfect.
at that.
1 minute clip of Ned going crazy.
Look at this guy. He's amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't move. That'd be an awesome picture.
Ned.
Check this out.
No, he's always having fun over there, man.
Oh my gosh.
Nedward.
Look at this. Oh, I'm already on that. Look at that.
Oh. Someone's got to make the Nedicaster, man. Telling you.
Look at that little face.
Green, black, and white. Oh. Man. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I love Ned.
Oh, he's awesome.
Animals, cats, dogs. Oh, man. I mean, they just brighten up your day. Just like Donkey Kong Crunch. And, G.I.
Sir Grapefellow.
Sir Grapefellow. Turtle.
What the hell is that?
Turtle cereal. Smurfberry Crunch. Whew.
OJ's was like an orange juice. It was like an orange flavored cereal.
Oh, that's what it was. Dude, that sounds terrible.
I remember having a bunch of these back then.
I think I definitely had several of them, but it was a rare occasion, you know. Tricks. Frankie.
Yeah.
Cookie Crisp. See, Cookie Crisp changed. That Cookie Crisp is vanilla wafer Cookie Crisp. It's different than the one above it. You had the little cookies, and then you had like whatever that is.
Vanilla wafer. Oh, vanilla wafer cookie crisp. That looks like
Nilla.
What? Yeah. What are those cookies?
Nilla wafers, right? Wasn't that?
Oh, those are my favorite, man. Nilla wafers.
Yeah.
Oh, I could eat a whole box of that right now.
That's right. Man.
Dunkin' Donuts. Laz.
Oh, look at that.
For the Ned laser pointer.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Laz. Yeah, and
Donut cereal.
Look at this dude, man.
Oh, Ned.
Donut cereal.
Ice cream cones. Donkey Kong Jr. Rainbow Bright. Is that Rainbow Bright on the bottom there? I'm sure they had it. Transformers cereal. God, that had to taste terrible. It's like motor oil.
Donuts cereal.
It's almost like Donut City.
Rainbow Bright. Yeah. Transformers cereal. Yeah, what the heck does that taste like?
Barbie cereal. Jeez. Bill and Ted cereal. Wow. They really had a tie-in for every single... Are those all real? Batman. I do remember Batman cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Wow.
Dunkin' Donuts. Wackies. Circus Fun.
Is that the Swedish Chef next to Ghostbusters and Mr. T? Looks like the Swedish Chef.
Oh, it is.
Man. Wackies. Dino Pebbles. Chex. Nobody eats Chex anymore. Come on.
Well, I actually do.
No, I'll probably have a bowl of cornflakes in about a half hour. So that's what I get to look forward to before I go to bed. Quisp. Quake.
Whoops.
Wow.
Quisp.
probably better. Grape nuts. Grape nuts with ice cream is a wonderful treat. Let me tell you, G. Bushnoff. Grape nuts and ice. Actually, pretty much any cereal with ice cream is an added treat. There goes Ned again. He's chasing the moon. Get it, Ned. Man. Yeah, Ned had a shot of Jolt. Or maybe he had a few Kaboom cereal with toasted oat cereal with marshmallows, circuit shapes. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Smile. Oh my God. Hurts my teeth just looking at it.
Yeah.
Green, red.
That's pretty much this, though.
It's the same thing, right?
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your marshmallow pure sugar squares or treats, and then you've got your FDA required oats and sugar grain things.
A lot of sugar.
Good stuff though. It's all good. Life cereal. Colon blow. Super colon blow. The original Kaboom. With your free waffle maker. What is that?
Water Monster.
Oh. Cinnamon Life. Yeah, I to this day I will usually have like cornflakes, plain cornflakes. I don't put sugar on it. Plain Special K. That's my other or plain Cheerios, but I do like Honey Nut Cheerios once in a while, so.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I like that. Look at that waffle O's.
Yeah, didn't they came in like big bricks with you had to like break them up. Remember that?
No, I never saw that.
Look at that. It looks like they came in like a whole bunch of O's, a waffle like kind of thing. Then you had to break it up into I don't know. I don't remember it myself, but it looks like that's the way they sold it. Looks like a waffle. And then they used to have what was the big shredded wheat? You'd either get the big brick of shredded wheat, or you'd get like the frosted shredded wheat, or the mini shredded wheat.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good stuff here, man. I don't know why we don't do more shows about cereal. But shredded wheat, there you go. William De Silva knows what I'm talking about. You have the giant one where you could like, it's just a brick of shredded wheat.
Wait a minute.
World War One rations like that shredded wheat stuff.
Matty Red Rock, you actually know about waffle O's? I'd never heard of waffle O's.
Looks good. I mean, if it's like maple syrup flavored, that's good stuff. And
look how excited this dude looks.
Better than Yosemite Sam.
Look at that, and his horse is playing the guitar.
Three string, or the 3 peg with 1 string guitar. It's all right. You can have a great song with just 1 string.
Oh, they just care about that cereal.
It's all about the cereal. Maple syrup flavor. Come on, that's got to be real good. Wow. Saturday mornings, man. Come on. I mean, it was all you had. The cartoons, the cereal,
Yeah,
the movie tie-ins, all like that was back in the day we had the wrestling show. We were talking about that last week, the wrestling shows. Saturday morning wrestling and all of it. And then you would go out and ride bikes for the rest of the day, and that was your Saturday. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Play Atari for a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking. Can't find it good.
Terry Atkins says sometimes you get like a record that would come with it, like Sometimes they were like comedy records or musical records, but you'd get like a little single, like in a flexible record that you could put on your horrible quality, skips and scratches all over it, but get some kind of a promo record that would come with the box of cereal.
With the cereal?
The prizes that you get. Yeah, sometimes you get a record or one of those little flexi disc things. There you go. Saturday morning cartoons. Straturday mornings. Smurfs, Woody Woodpecker. Let me see. He-Man, Dennis the Menace, Muppet Babies. Come on, Care Bears. Pound Puppies. I know all of these. Come on. Gem. I mean, I didn't want, my sister was a Gem fan, but not me. But
I watched Gem because they were a rock band. They played guitar.
Yeah. The Thundercats. What's the one next to the Thundercats? The bears right above me there. Is that Berenstain Bears or something like the Pac-Man? Look at that over there. You got the Simpsons. Simpsons was never Saturday morning cartoon, but it was 80s cartoon. DuckTales. Oh, it goes on and on. Inspector Gadget, Alf. I know all of these. This is what I grew up. Mask, Strawberry Shortcake, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers. Wow.
Inspector Gadget.
People don't remember The Simpsons was actually an 80s cartoon. It started in 86, 87 on Tracy Ullman, and then the first episode was December of 89. Simpsons. And they're still on to this day.
That's just so weird how that.
And the way they looked back then too. Tracy Ullman's Simpsons was very different.
It's very weird. But yeah, I can't believe the Simpsons they've been running. I mean, the show's been running over 30 years.
They're gonna do 40. I mean, I think it was 87 when Tracy Ullman started. So that in 5 years, it'll be 40 years of the Simpsons. Oh my God,
that's so crazy!
Wow.
I actually I told you guys that past couple days I sleep all day because I'm not feeling well. And every time I wake up, I grab my phone and I look at TikTok. I'm like scrolling through. TikTok is awesome, you guys. I don't know if anybody, if you're on TikTok, make sure to follow me. Follow me over there. I'm there. There's in the chat. There's my TikTok account. But one of the accounts I follow is Nancy Cartwright.
Okay.
She's the voice of Bart Simpson. Well, that's one of the voices she does. She does several voices on the show.
Muntz.
No, she does Nelson. She goes, ha ha. Yeah, she does Nelson Muntz. Yeah. She does, I think, Ralph Wiggum.
Milhouse.
A number of voices. And excuse me. Anyway, her TikTok is cool because what a lot of the stuff what she posts is like her surprising fans. Like doing the voice, like meeting them and doing the voice. And people freak out when they hear her say, "Don't have a cow, man,"
Yeah.
People think it's awesome.
Yeah, and she's been doing it for nearly 40 years. And the whole cast.
Yeah.
Look at all those. The Flintstone babies, the Snorks. Remember the Snorks?
Flintstone babies.
Look at it.
It's so weird.
What else? I remember Garfield. I remember all of these. She-Ra. Come on. What was the ponies?
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony. The Shirt Tails. Look at, there you go. Two over. You got the Care Bears, I think, next to me there, and then you got the Shirt Tails under the Muppet.
Those are those animals that wear a shirt and no pants.
Wow. All the way over to the left is that which one is that? That's not Transformers.
I think it is.
Thundercats?
I think that is Transformers.
No, look at, he's got, his hands are cats. I think that's Thundercats. And his feet are cats. Somebody in the chat. Voltron. Maybe it's Voltron. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Silver.
The Thundercats are the right of Gem. Or the left of Gem.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Thundercats.
But that was one of the things, you had the toys, and if you had all the toys, you could put them into one big giant toy. Voltron, people are saying. I think it's Voltron on the far right. That makes sense. Voltron. Come on, you stupid idiots. Voltron. That's the Berenstain Bears.
We weren't born yesterday.
Berenstain. So I think I know. Like I don't know what's the one right above you. In Squirrel.
Oh, that's Chipmunks.
The Chipmunks. Was that what it was? And then they have the real Ghostbusters. There was two cartoons. You had the real Ghostbusters and then the just the Ghostbusters. Pound Puppies. I mean, this is my childhood right here. Wow. Donald Duck. You had your little, if you had the Disney Channel, you could watch a little bit of the Mr. T and Friends. I mean, Pac-Man.
Man, the Disney Channel was awesome back in the mid '80s. There was like so much cool stuff you could watch on the Disney Channel, and
all the old movies, all the old short.
They had the great cartoons, like at 3 a.m, you could watch like an awesome cartoon.
What was great? Chippendale, like the two, or Donald Duck or Sport Goofy. Remember that one? Yeah, they had all of them. Wow,
they had all kinds of stuff.
The Amazing Spider-Man. In the 70s, you had like the Hanna-Barbera, like the what was it called? They had like the Olympics. What was it? The Cartoon Olympics. Remember that? And they had all the different characters of like all the Hanna-Barbera characters, I think.
The Cartoon Olympics.
Yeah, the Saturday, Cartoon Olympics. That's what it was. What was it called? Somebody in the chat. Banana Splits, Super Friends. There was, come on. It was the Cartoon Olympics. Someone will get it. Laugh Olympics. Wacky Races. There it is. The Laugh Olympics and Wacky Races. That's what I remember. That was like late 70s, mid to late 70s.
Oh, Wacky Races. Here they are.
There it is.
And they're all like, oh, this has to be like a, what year was this? Was this before or after?
70s, I think.
Cannonball Run.
Oh, maybe. Maybe they went into the 80s with it.
Because that Cannonball Run, all that is people racing, driving cars.
That's like Death Race. Have you ever seen Death Race 2000? That was before Cannonball Run, and that was like Sylvester Stallone was in that, and it was just like literally a death race across the country. And the more people you ran over, the more points you got. I'm sure people in Death Race 2000. In fact, I got to download that. I got to find that movie. That was a great one. Sylvester Stallone was in that. Carradine, David Carradine, one of the Carradines was in that. Oh man, every day I find like something reminds me of an old movie, like Death Wish. I was watching something on YouTube, and it reminded me of Charles Bronson in Death Wish, the first Death Wish. Was one of those movies that the cheesy 70s movies, but you go back and watch them now and they're great. I mean, they're just it's really good quality.
Because they're funny
movie making. They're funny, but then sometimes there's like the First Blood.
Not supposed to be funny.
No, but they're good for not necessarily the intended reasons, but they're cheesy, but they're really fun movies to watch. There they are, Wacky Races. Yogi Bear. It was all like, the Hanna-Barbera characters. Muttley and who else was some of the other ones? They all had their own like comic books or whatever it was. Wacky Races. Yeah, and the Muttley, and Muttley was the dog, I think, and then the guy with the dynamite there.
Who's Super Chicken?
I don't know. Scooby-Doo. I was never a big Scooby. Captain Caveman. Remember that one. Animaniacs. Wow. Well.
We want some cereal and some cartoons.
Underdog. I know. I wish, man, if you could wake up this morning, in 5 hours and go back, tune into all the it's going to be Sunday morning, but Saturday morning cartoons. And then you'd get all the old movies. You'd get like the creature features after that. Do you remember that? Did you have that in your area?
Yeah, but it was local
movies. Yeah, it was all
it was a local Elvira type.
Yep.
doing the creature feature, and then it was always like the worst movie there
Oh,
is. It's
yeah.
like in black and white, and you can barely see it.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
King Kong or Godzilla.
Yeah.
all those, yeah.
They would show like an old like the Godzilla or whatever.
Man. Yeah. That's what they had. They had the creature feature out here, and the creature double feature. You have like 2 monster movies. Or you'd get the Disney specials or wrestling, like I was saying, you'd have the wrestling after like noon. After noontime, you'd have, I guess, up until noon, you'd have all the cartoons, and then you'd have, the creature features or the.
This is scary. Oh my gosh, this is scary stuff, man. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari creature feature, or is that like Nosferatu or something? I love that stuff.
That's scary.
The old that's from the old silent movies, like the old really, really like dark, scary stuff back at Nosferatu and Heckle and Jekyll. I think that might be Heckle and Jekyll. No, Heckle and Jekyll and Hyde. I think that's what that one is, or the monster, or Phantom of the Opera. Heckle and Jekyll was like the cartoon.
Heckle and Jekyll, weren't those birds?
The birds, yeah. Lon Chaney, yeah. Is that Lon Chaney? You like the old movies, Johnny. I like that. Like the original Frankenstein, the original Dracula.
Yeah, I grew up watching all old stuff. Like people can't, like on Tuesdays when Mancuda or something will talk about, hey, Johnny, you ever see this movie? And it's something recent. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up watching, I pretty much, when I was a kid, I grew up on Charlie Chaplin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually, I have that's actually Chaplin right there.
That's right.
That's actually from IKEA.
There it is.
See? There he is.
Charlie Chaplin, yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on Chaplin. All that kind of stuff.
The Kid, what is it? The Gold Rush, Modern Times. Was that Modern Times? Is that him?
Modern Times was my movie, man. I've seen that movie a billion times.
The Great Dictator.
Oh, that one's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I mean Chaplin. I remember a lot of film classes I took in college. We did a bunch of Chaplin. It was The Kid that was his first award-winning short with the classic silent movies, and then there was like, I mean, again, this is a whole other topic, but Battleship Potemkin. What else? The other comedian, Buster Keaton. And then the early talkie movies, the All Quiet on the Western Front. There it is. Man. Back the earliest days of cinema. They say that everything pre-1920, that there's only about 10% of the pre-1920 movies that were ever made because they were expendable back then. They'd just throw them out. You know, they had no foresight to think that anyone would want to watch them 10, 15, 30, 50, 100 years later. The Tramp. That's the one.
Well, they made so many of them too, like all the time.
Oh yeah, the studios were just, I mean, and they were all, like 10, 15-minute short movies that, and most of them are lost,
Dude, Modern Times is probably one of my favorite movies ever.
Metropolis. Did you ever see Metropolis? That's another one, like one of those early pre-talkie movies. There was no dialogue or music. It was a full-length feature movie, silent movie with, a music soundtrack that would be it.
Oh yeah. Actually, I tried watching that.
Was
it that one, or was there one in the 70s?
That's Modern Times there, I think. I'm talking about Metropolis was it had
Yeah.
the C3PO character, like the
I tried watching one of those. Yeah, and it's all just music.
yeah. Yeah, I think like Philip Glass eventually did a soundtrack for it. People did a lot of, some indie bands did the music for it, and obviously back in the day you had an orchestra that would do it, but that was Fritz Lang. Metropolis, and it had like a C3PO character, a golden robot futuristic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm the same with you. I can watch 20 or 30 minutes of some of those, or at least back in the day. Maybe I could get through it these days, but it's just it's a little hard to watch. What was the other one? The big Civil War one. I can't think of it, but some of them were like just huge epics, silent epics that were like 3 hours long. I know All Quiet on the Western Front, that was a sound movie, but it was one of the first ones, like 1929. I love all that stuff. I mean, what was the one with the there it is, Charlie Chaplin.
This movie's awesome. If you guys have never seen this, check it out. Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. I mean, it's just such a good movie. And it is one of the first ones that incorporate. This is like 1920s.
Yeah, that was like, I think sound
something
on, but he was still doing the silent. He was doing.
So there was no. Yeah, the only sound you heard was like the sound of the machines, and and when the guy talks over the speaker, you would hear the guy talking. Other than that, it's a silent movie.
Yeah, right in the transition between silent movies and talking movies. But Charlie,
1927.
he still made it relevant. In 27. So that was the best they could do, because not to get too technical into it, but they didn't have tape. They didn't have tape back then. So your choices of recording was vinyl or whatever. What was it? A record. You could record a record, or you could record on the film itself with a special light. You've seen the soundtrack on the side that's got like the waveform, and it's just like that they would, into the, for years they had the soundtrack that you can see on the side. That's like but the fidelity on that was bad. So they, either you had a record, and then finally, like years later, you could record on tape, and then that's when a lot of the big soundtrack movies came on. Fantasia and stuff like that, you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Wow.
There was the movie. I remember another one in film school. It wasn't really film school that I went to, but it was movie college movie class. And they had like the razor blade in the eyeball. Do you remember that one? I don't know. And then they had like the ants coming out of the hand. It was like an early 20s movie. It was just like a weird, freaky art movie. But the classic scene is a razor blade cutting through an eyeball. And then there was like another scene with like a special effect of ants coming out of the middle of the hand. And it was just, I think it was
creepy now. What was it called? Do you know?
Oh, let me see. It was a foreign, like a French movie.
Oh, this is some scary stuff now, man.
Here we go.
The Golem, 1920.
Maybe that was it.
The Golem. It's like some weird guy.
Oh no, this is
weird
it.
Hair.
This is it. Un Chien Andalou. That's the one of the if you probably, if you just do a Google image search for that, and I'm sure you'll recognize. It was Salvador Dali. He was one of the people.
How do you spell it?
Can you see? One word. Un. Chien, Chien. Andalou, Andal.
1929 film.
Just look at some of the images from that.
Oh my gosh. What's going on here?
Right?
Ew. Oh, gross.
Are you just looking at pictures?
I'm looking at images of this. This is horrible.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh my gosh! What the heck? They take an eyeball out.
It was a special effect. They used a cow eyeball.
Oh, that poor cow. Although a cheeseburger sounds amazing. Yeah, there's. I don't know if I should show this, but yeah, they're taking an eyeball out. There's ants coming out of a hand. There's a hand on the ground.
Oh man.
So
I remember seeing that in film. One of my film classes in college, and it was silent.
Weird.
Weird. Look that one up. Un Chien Andalou. I don't know what it means. It's French or German or something.
I don't know. It's very weird.
I might have to watch that soon.
Before bed?
I love it. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. Just
I don't know if I could look
early
at
art.
bed.
Salvador Dali. You've heard of Salvador Dali with the melting clocks and stuff.
No.
You've never heard of Salvador Dali?
Nope.
All right, here we go. Just Google search. Now we've got 3 minutes left. Do a Google search for Salvador Dali.
Oh, this is so weird, you guys. Oh my god. Oh.
Clocks. Here you go. You've seen this before.
Oh my gosh. This is
Johnny, right here.
Oh. What is that? Oh, the melting clock?
That's Salvador Dali.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that.
And look you got the ants on the clock. So he did that movie. He was I don't know if he directed it or
he was really into ants.
He was into ants. Focus, come on.
Maybe I'll take a look at this during the day, but not at night.
Definitely watch that movie. It's only like 10 minutes long. It's a short movie, but it's
what's it about?
It's about
it's on YouTube. You can actually find it.
Terry Atkinson says translated it means an Andalusian dog. So okay, great. I think I remember hearing that at some point. An Andalusian dog. So Andalusian means I don't know, French or German. It's probably French. Yeah, I might have time to watch. Everybody after the show, check out an Andalusian dog. Un Chien Andalou, and that'll be like your nightmare fuel for the night. You can watch that, and you'll probably have some severe nightmares about ants and eyeballs and stuff.
Oh, this is creepy.
It's creepy stuff.
I thought.
But then, have you ever heard of the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari? That's another silent movie. That's a full-length feature. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
I thought that was scary.
Is that Mel Brooks? Is that like from?
No, this is some 1920s movie.
Oh wow! Oh, that's a Japanese movie or something, right? Like a samurai. The festival.
1920.
Oh, the Golem. Wow. See, there's tons of movies I've never seen, like the film festival, the Golem, 1920. That looks pretty freaky. Wow.
This is, yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
All right, last thing, we got about 1 minute, 1 minute before we close. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So cabinet. Yeah, it's called The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That's another one if you really want some nightmare fuel.
Cabinet of
Dr. Yeah, The Cabinet Dr. Caligari. Caligari.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it's that gross. It's just for kind of a freaky movie. It's that's a German one from some of those silent movies, and then you got I could go on and on. The Battleship Potemkin with the woman who the classic scene is a woman at the top of this giant, outdoor staircase, like of a city hall or something, 100 different stairs, and she's got a baby carriage and she lets it go down go down like 100 different stairs. Mm-hmm. That's a scene from Battleship Potemkin, and It's like a big political movie, but it was about a submarine or a battle. Obviously, a battleship, a submarine. It was about a battleship, a Russian battleship. So anyway, that's your silent movie education for tonight. And I got to get up early, so we can start winding down here. Unless you want to show some images from.
I was about to, but
let's see it. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to see it.
Oh, I just closed.
Which one do you got? Oh, okay. What were you doing? Dr. Caligari or
what was it called?
Cabinet of Dr. Caligari?
Dr. Caligari.
Yeah.
Looks like 1920.
Yep.
Horror film.
102 years ago.
Oh my god. 1920.
Yeah.
You got
it's a German. So I encourage any of you watching. You have your homework. You can do one of several silent movies. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari or Un Chien Andalou. Or just a surrealist. I think they call it surrealistic. Just a strange movie. And it's all like weird angles, abstract.
Yeah, I'm not watching this because I don't want.
It's nightmare fuel, I swear.
All I'm doing is sleeping these days because I don't feel good. So.
Oh, I love get like a 4K print of one of those movies, and you watch you get all the scratches and everything on the film, and it's super high resolution.
Oh.
And then you go to bed and you have intense nightmares about people cutting their eyeballs and stuff. So on that, I think everyone can have a sleep tight and have a happy Easter.
Sleep tight.
This was fun, Johnny. You and me. It's been a while since it's just been two of us.
It's great. It's awesome.
Could go on and on. I mean, we got plenty of subject matter. We'll do this again soon.
Yes, definitely, man.
Don't forget to thank the channel members, Johnny Beane TV, all of those wonderful contributors to this production of quality entertainment we bring you just about every night on Johnny Beane TV.
Quantity entertainment.
Quantity. I mean, quantity might outweigh quality sometimes, but in this case, I think it's quantity and quality. And these are the people that make it happen.
Yeah. Thank you so much, channel members. And I think I'm going to do some GTA.
Wow, Johnny's feeling better.
Over on Twitch. It's like, well, all I've been doing is sleeping, so, and I'm not ready to get back into the bed. So I think I'm going to play a little bit.
You got your rest.
So, yeah. So come on over to Twitch. I'll be live over there. Live over on Twitch doing some GTA.
Johnny Beane live.
Just go to Johnny Beane on Twitch. And I'm going to have some cereal too.
And don't forget to watch some really creepy old movies and enjoy the rest of your evening, rest of your Easter, rest of your week. And we'll do this again real soon.
Yes.
Johnny's going to do it again tonight. Speaking of string change, I broke a string on my black and white. So I don't know if I can join you. Maybe I'll have a chance to join you tomorrow night. I don't know. I'm on vacation this week, but I got a ton of things to do.
It's cool.
But I do need to change the strings on that soon, so we'll do that. Maybe I'll do that live. And we'll just try and do some cooking when Johnny feels better, when we got a few extra people.
Yep, that's going to be awesome.
Definitely.
It's going to be awesome stuff.
Tune in throughout the week. Johnny's going to enjoy his marshmallow surprise, whatever it is.
Marshmallow Galaxy.
Don't forget to do the crossword puzzle, the maze.
I'm going to have some cereal. I'm going to play some Grand Theft Auto.
I think I'm going to have a bowl of cereal, get to bed, and enjoy Easter tomorrow with family and friends. You too, and however you enjoy it, however you celebrate. Have a great night. Have a great week. And we'll see you next week.
Yes. Have a good night, everybody. And yeah, here on YouTube, I'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday night string change show, where I've just been playing the guitar lately, which is fine.
Sounds good to me.
Depending on how I'm feeling, maybe I'll change some strings, or I'll jam out for you guys. But all right, we'll see you guys later. Rock on.
Don't forget to review on Google. Review us.
Yes, please. Just search Johnny Beane TV, all one word, on Google and leave some reviews. All right. Bye-bye.